Hey everyone, welcome again to another Hangout with Astropreneur. My name is Liam, for those of you who do not know me, but I'm guessing most of you who are on right now do. I just want to say a quick hi to everybody. Hey Loopy, how are you? Hey Jerry. Who else out there? Hey Dominic and Kieran. Good morning, Kieran, should I say, because it's morning time for you down under. So there is a link for you to join the chat if you want. Hey, old curmudgeon. If you want to join the chat, there's a link there. That's the very top of your chat. There is a link. You can come in and join the conversation if you want to. I already have someone back there, but others are welcome if you want to come join the conversation. It's open. It's a casual hangout where we hang out, chat, just shoot the breeze and talk about what we're doing and so on. If you want to join, you're feel free to do so. So before you do, click on that link to come and join. Mute your YouTube before you click on the link, please, because otherwise we'll get audio feedback when you do join in. So let's bring Matt in. Oh, sorry. Hey, Matt, how are you? You are muted. Let me unmute you. There you go.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Exciting week so far.
Yeah?
Two things. As my dog, I was a little bit worried about my dog, so that was stressed me out a little bit, and so that was excitement, but in a bad way, I'm being sarcastic now.
Yeah.
And, but otherwise,
Hey, Tripod.
it looks like I might have another somebody who wants that I print some lithophanes for him, 200.
200 little things?
Yeah, but
That's
a
a lot
small
of work.
size, So, and I have to print it maybe in a month's time, maybe.
That's a lot
I
of
don't
work.
know. Or I can run about 2 or 3 a day on one
Depending on
machine.
the size of them, I suppose.
Yeah. They're only going to be little. So, 75 mil by 75 mil.
Well, that's
So
not
that's
too bad.
pretty small. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, that's
can
about a
pop
day
on.
and a half printing.
No, not for
Hey, Maker Viking, Thomas, how are you?
aesthetics I have.
Or you sped them up?
Yeah.
It'll keep Matt off the streets. Yes, it will. It'll keep him out of trouble.
Keep me off the streets.
Yeah, meaning keep you out of trouble.
Yeah.
So, guys, remember the link is there. If you want to come in and join the conversation, you're welcome to do so. Everyone's saying hi to everyone and hi to everybody else. So, so you got more lithophanes. I got a gift in the mail today.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's intriguing. What is it?
The new octopus board from Big Tree Tech.
Nice.
No stepper controllers on it, but no stepper chips. But just arrived in the mail today. I won it on their stream about 2 weeks ago, and they sent it to me. So I think I'm going to put this into my 10 log printer. I think that's where it's going to end up.
Okay.
The board in the 10 log is okay. It works fine. The 10 log printer does what it's supposed to do. But I can do more with this board. I want to test that what's called backup mode, which allows you to have 2 spools, one printing and the other sitting there idle. And when the filament runout sensor is triggered on spool 1, head 1 will park, and the printer will do a tool change, and head 2 will come out and continue to print with head 2.
Oh, on an IDEX printer.
On IDEX, yeah.
All right. That sounds good.
I could call them stepper drivers. Yes, stepper drivers, ARC controllers, because they are controllers as well. So,
but you would solve that.
Jerry, instead of being out there complaining.
But you will solve that problem by just adding, like a wall-mounted rack system for your spool. Like at least maybe like 4 kilos you can put on a.
Yeah, I can put. I can put heavier. I can mount a 10 kilo spool out there.
Yeah. So once you have 2 10-kilo spools, that's 20 kilos. That's
well, yeah, you can print for a month on. I can print for 2 months on that. But
yeah.
So yeah, so I have to buy the stepper controller. separate drivers or chips for that, and then I will eventually, when I get them, I will tear down my 10 log printer and do the work needed to get that integrated with it. It'll take a bit of work because I'll have to do some rewiring and I'll have to do some. I'll have to create the firmware from the firmware first, probably from scratch. So
Okay.
it takes a lot of tweaking to get IDEX optimized. So, but I'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, everything takes time, you know,
Yeah.
like everything in life. Good
Hey,
things take
tripod.
time.
I expect you to jump on so you can talk about Murph.
Yeah, come on, tell us about it. Let's pick your brain.
Yeah, you're the only one here that I know that was at Murph that's on right now. So, and I know I saw some of the live streams that Dan was doing and so on. I wasn't on all of them, but I jumped in a couple of times during the day. But it looked good. It didn't look as crazy as it has been as it has been in the past, but it still looked good. So I want to find out and hear the highlights from you. So you sent me some pictures you wanted to show off, Matt, while we're waiting to
Yes,
see if anyone can. Let me share my screen.
it's still a project, a work in project. I mean, a project in working. Sorry.
In development.
Yeah, in development.
So that's a beautiful one. Is that and what's that for?
Uh, that's basically a small little
I
lamb.
wasn't there. You were. I even got you. I even saw you doing your 60 seconds with Joe Telling. So it's a figment of my imagination. Maybe it was a figment of my imagination. Front and center. Yeah. These 60-second bites. That's why I saw him there too, as well as chatting to us online. So let's see what you have. So, oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Back there. That's lovely.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah, I've got two sides finished. I have the other two ones right there in the back. I'm printing the other two parts, and then hopefully in 2 days' time I have it ready, and
Oh, okay.
it's really nice, I
It's a
think. And
four-sided lantern you're doing, yeah?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me come out of that. Let me stop sharing. And oh, look, he did. Peer pressure worked.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, fine. How are you, John?
What's going on?
Good.
Pretty
You
good.
look tired.
It's just a long day at work. So
Oh, how's the finger?
it's healing.
Was it broken?
It was badly sprung. I mean, it was
A sprain, yeah.
it felt like it was broken. I mean, it was swollen and it was like purple.
Oh, that's not good.
Uh, so explain the broken finger.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm very cautious with being on crutches, and when I approached the building, I was like, why is the concrete soaking wet? So I'm like, well, maybe they just cleaned the floors. And we go in there, and
Hey,
I'm
Greg.
like, I assess it. I kind of look at an angle to see what's going on.
Hey.
And yeah, it was like, it looked like underneath the tables was a little dry. And took two more steps with the crutches, and wife was to the left, and I just wiped out. She was like, she's only seen me fall a couple times in the 20 plus years we've been married, and she was like, the foam just went flying the other way. It's like, are you okay? And, you're more like pissed and like, just get away from me type of thing when you fall. And it was and then I get up and I'm like, well, hope the floor dries soon. And she's like, you okay? I'm like, nah, my fingers are a little sore. And get to the table, and I'm like, it's a little bit more than sore. So
What did you do? You strapped it up and just kept it like that for a few days with ice pack?
well, yeah. So it was, the wife went out the next day to Walgreens, and I'm like, well, I'll just 3D print a splint, if needed. And they have these neoprene sleeves that you just put on your finger, and that's what I've been wearing. Just adds
Rigidity.
crusher.
Yeah, and rigidity, so it actually supports it.
Yeah, so you can't really bend it. So it's like just a portable splint.
Yeah. So what? Did the floor never dried out? Did it?
No, it started to, but and then by the time that, I mean, they had blower fans where they could put them, and where I'm sure they don't have many, and if they put them like down each aisle, it would have helped. But it's also why I didn't run the egg bot as much as I would like to, and plus it was the paint on it was starting to get tacky.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, because I would put a plastic bag over it at night. But yeah, now it's fine.
No troublemakers here.
Comic relief.
Wait,
Trouble, just
he's
comic
wearing a
relief.
jacket.
What's that running right there behind me?
Way to go. Way to go. We're casting aspersions and it's up and running.
Yeah,
What is
Hey.
it? Sorry.
Kieran could tell you. It's behind him.
The
Oh,
that
one go.
shall the printer that shall not be named. That works fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it working?
Well, I knew I could get it working. It just pissed me off.
Just the effort. Just the effort going into it.
Well, and,
Did you-
and plus,
Yeah.
there's an upgraded part on the inside that I'll be putting a video out on it. But it's got some pretty decent prints.
Wow! Congratulations! You finally got it working.
It was
it's
working
no longer
before
a
as
dust
well.
collector.
It was
Or
working
book
before as well. So
Oh, just not that great.
no.
But when so you,
Hey, Ethan. Dad, sorry. Did you track down your Zolan clip?
yeah. So I thought that was Kieran. That's what I was wondering. I thought he was, since he had an FPV mode. I thought he was recording it. That's what I was looking for. But then
Yeah.
it's a timestamp on, because I actually have it still in an open window. It's like
Yeah, on
6
that,
hours
just
and
after,
50
6 hours and
minutes.
something. That's just after you were talking with Chuck. Yeah.
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 So yeah, I did pull it up.
But it was still funny to watch.
Yeah. It's like the egg bot chasing the drone, like, go away.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and I had 2 filament dryers. I'm like, I won't need them, so I left them at home. And actually, the Kaiwu actually did really well. I mean, I was surprised. I only had I was printing the little ghost keychains like what I did on the live stream. I was printing out sheets of them, and it only had a couple curved ones.
Hey,
Hey,
Jerry.
Jerry.
Hello.
Hey Jerry, how are you?
Real good.
Good.
So, and Greg, you were there as well.
Yeah,
So,
saw
yeah.
him on
Yeah, I saw him actually on Dan's stream.
and
I
Joel's
saw him
60
on,
seconds.
Joel had the microphone.
Billings.
Greg was holding the microphone when Joel was doing some taping also.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't bring what's his name, Sean, with him. Because Sean is actually is from Michigan, isn't he? His cameraman.
I think so.
Yeah. I think he actually lives here. I think he just goes over and back to do stuff with Joe. But let's see. Oh, you're printing with PLA. Okay, cool. Yeah, I saw both of you on Joel's stream.
Yeah.
Hey, you are.
He was right behind me. I'm like, Greg was getting ready to pack up. I said, don't pack up. And he's like, why? I said, and I told him. He's like, okay. And then when Joel was at me, I'm like, hey, Greg's right behind me, waiting. So he's like, oh yeah, let me go over there.
I was surprised
So all
you didn't do that earlier.
All those
Because-
donations paid off, John. You got a spotlight, so that's cool.
Yeah.
What's that?
You got the
Spotlights. Oh, wait, I didn't get that. Sorry, I'm still actually working, so I didn't catch you, Jerry.
I said all those donations paid off, and you got spotlighted on his channel. That's cool.
Actually, for his he just walked around Murph at the last day, and people were leaving.
Yeah, I watched the video. He's done a great job.
Yeah, that's a good way to. I'm surprised he didn't do that on Saturday when there was more people there, because he could have got 30-second spotted a lot more. He could have shortened it down to 30 and done twice.
When I was like the first one that he came up to for the 60 seconds, I'm like, when you really think about it, 30 seconds probably would have been enough. But, I'm like, I've already packed up a majority of mine, just like Greg. So I just left the egg bot and the printer out because we're told Sundays were not that much foot traffic.
Hey, Gary.
And most people are packing up that day. And it literally, by the time that Greg and I were done with the interview, it was practically dead in there.
Yeah, it looked empty. It looked like, because it was Sunday, and it looked pretty sparse in there. But I saw on Dan's Saturday it had picked up a lot, and if he did the Saturday, it would have he'd have got more. I know he did Lullsbot as well. He went over and talked to those guys and Magic Dude. So
yeah, it was hold on. Bear thinks he hears something.
probably deliveries or something.
Oh, he knows the sound of every driver. UPS, Amazon, and all of them. Yeah, Saturday was a long day. You had people, just up and down the aisles. But I think if it wasn't as wet, it would have been just a lot more.
It'd be more fun, yeah.
Yeah, so I will come up with something for my mobility tripod original design for that.
That's what we're actually talking about right now, Biltoverbot.
Yeah. Ethan was he liked the bot because he was as soon as that bot was out, he was just walking around it and stuff.
You remember Richard Pryor years ago in a movie? He pretended like he didn't have any legs. He's on a cardboard box on a skateboard, pushing himself around just to make money. Do something like that, but have a 3D printer mounted on the front and kind of sit down in there with one leg, and you can roll around.
There you go.
And might have a red light on it or something crazy, and it would draw a lot of attention.
That would, yeah, maybe.
So
something.
Jim didn't know that I had only one leg.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't try it for a reason,
Yeah. So Joel was trying to explain it to him. Tripod, and it's part of his niche.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. And Jim was doing the runaround for the end of Joel's, and as Jim came over, he was over on Dan's talking for a small while, and so he did the rounds while he was there as well.
What's that?
Jim, he did the rounds while he was there. Other than, I don't think I saw Chuck on Dan's stream. I know Chuck was there. I didn't think I saw him on Dan's stream.
Oh, I didn't know. Ben, Ben. Heck, actually stayed at my table for a while. I gotta check out his. So
2 crutches, 1 leg.
Yep, 2 crutches, 1 leg.
Trevor, if you want to come in and join, the link is there if you want. At the top of chat, there's a pin link if you want to come join us.
Trevor, Navari, hello. Greg, Biltoverbot, everybody I didn't say hi to. Hello, how you doing?
So it sounds like it was fun. That tool changer with the 6 heads or 5 heads, that was cool to watch.
Yeah. So the thing is the problem with trying to get over there is he was right across from Joel. So I wanted to get over there a couple of times, but between the mostly what kept me not moving around was the floor.
Yeah.
And so I found a way to get around a little bit quicker. There was 2 access doors to the outside, and I'll just go out this one door and then go through the grass and cut around the building to the other side. And I was able to get there a lot faster, but it was always busy over there. And that's where he was. Was right across.
Yeah. So. But that was a cool setup. I'd love to see their finalized design, because you can do, what was it, 5 or 6 different filaments at the same time?
5. I had 5.
Now, saying that though, with the chameleon, which we're still waiting on someone to do a video on his chameleon. But
yeah, I've been waiting forever. I wish I would have won it. I might have had the video out by now. But the man's real busy.
Yeah,
he's got a family to take care of.
But you can do
and at work.
You can do up to 36 chameleons
from home.
You know that?
No, not just from home, Jerry.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when you're working from home, you can be talking on your computer while you're right here with your working on your printer right next to you. Here, keyboard.
That's what I'm doing at the moment. Working, doing work, and
it doesn't work that way, Jerry. When you're busy.
No.
Like I will walk through where my printers are and I'll start them doing something, and as I'm walking over and back, like to get something to drink or whatever, I'll quickly glance at them while I'm on my way back to my desk. I don't get time to spend time out there during the day. There's no time for that. But the head rotation was cool. And I know Ludsbach showed off their new modular printers, the ones that are all put together by thumb screws. You see those?
Yeah. So that's oh jeez. Yeah, that's the one that Greg has got. So
Greg has got one of those from Ludsbach?
Yeah,
No.
Ludsbach. Yeah, Greg got one. Hey, it was posting on Twitter.
Oh, I must have missed it. Hey, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Hey,
Yeah,
Dan.
because
Dan the man,
How are
what's
you?
going on?
Because they were right across from me the whole time. I'm
He's a
just staring
Twitch
at these
star.
awesome looking printers for 3 days. So it's like,
Drooling.
yeah,
Chameleon is really cool.
give me a printer that works besides the Kawu. So
With the Chameleon, you can run up to 36 different extruders into one printhead.
yeah, the problem is I don't have, I'm not gonna throw it on ANAT. I would most likely get, and that's also delays because I need to purchase a printer to throw it on. So and it'll most likely be an Ender B2 or something like that to put the Chameleon on.
Yeah, they're great for the Ender machines.
That's why I haven't put it, even assembled it yet, because I actually got to make that purchase for it.
Nice. Yeah, they look like nice machines. I know they've released some new small machines, but these new modular ones look nice.
Yeah.
I should talk with the guys at Ludsbach because I have the CEO's email address.
So your prints are coming out better now, Tripod?
Well, yeah, I did an internal upgrade on it. So, no, hold on. The wife is calling.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she who must be obeyed. Good competitor for Prusa. Yeah, I think that's what they're aiming at. A US-based build that's a competitor for Prusa.
As much money as people typically make in the US, I don't know. They want a lot for their printers, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, but the Ludsbach smaller machines are comparatively priced to a Prusa machine, but they're built here in the States.
Yeah.
They're a local build. And they've always have been. And they're open source design. So, what's happening with you anyway, Jerry? And then we'll go to Kieran, and then we'll go on to Dan because he was last to join.
No, not much. I'm just working on my rocket little by little.
It's looking good.
That's got another stage to go on the bottom. Some of it didn't fit together right, and a few of these inserts broke off, so I glued it solid. I glued it together, and, anyway, it's getting there. There's the braces that go up on the landing gear that folds down.
Yeah.
I've got this piece here that I'm printing, and 2 of them keep failing. And I put a brim around it, and by doing that, it bonded it all together, so I've got to reprint a couple more, because I need 2 more good ones that work. So when I put on the landing gear, it'll actually fold down in place. So.
Oh, by the way, sorry, Greg, the Z belt on that came out of the U.S. military. Ludsbach sell printers to the U.S. military for use overseas, and they found the Z screws were getting bound up with dust and so on in the dusty climates. So they started to come out with a design of a printer with a Z belt instead to eliminate that problem, because you're not going to get anything. There's no dust to stick to the belt. If it does, it'll just roll over the pulley, so it's not a problem. That's where that design came from. It was actually true because of the request of the U.S. military.
I've got a wire in the living room that goes for my internet. across the house, down the wall in the living room, into the room that I'm in here now. It's flat, a flat cable. And I rearranged my living room so that I turned everything 360 degrees, which took a while. And moved. Anyway, the wire shows up now.
Nice.
So I went out in the garage. I found some paint that's been out there for years, cracked open the lid, stirred it up. Of course, it's a mess and separated. It's very thick and it smells like pee. I'm like, oh no. I don't need very much. I just need to paint over this wire. So we'll see if I can get by with it or not. Or the dogs are going to be scratching at the wall, sniffing it.
We got a chance to meet Jesse. So he was there.
Yes. Jesse is a real person. He does exist. He does have a face.
Yeah. So what are you up to, Kieran?
I'm just working on some. A friend of mine, his wife runs a physiotherapy business.
Jesse the dog.
And so I'm doing wall plaques for treatment rooms. That's their logo. So I've been printing these off.
Nice.
So I'm doing a
What are you
stack of these off.
doing? What are you doing? Pause that layer to switch the filament over?
Yeah, just filament change. Yeah, using the add-on. Works okay. The hard part's just stopping it blobbing on the next color, which is a quirk with the slicer, in that when it inserts the filament change, it puts the retraction in for the E-steps before the change and then puts it back again, so you get that automatic retraction by default in Cura. Whatever your default retraction is, it pushes it forward automatically, so I have to edit the G code to take it out.
Add a are you using Cura, you said?
Cura, yeah.
Add an ooze wall or an ooze shield around the part when you print it.
Okay. I've seen that option. I haven't tried it.
Yeah, what happens when you do that is it prints, and when the next nozzle comes out, it has to pass over the ooze shield before it hits the part. So it cleans it, it prints the part, and then comes out and prints an ooze shield layer, right? So during that transition, it will actually, when they're doing the changeover, it will actually come out and pass over the ooze shield wall, and the ooze shield wall will actually will clean it out.
No, the ooze shield wall will not work, because what it does is when it gets back over the part, it does the retraction step backwards to make up the retraction step that's in the G code. So what I do is take it out.
Try it. Just try it.
But I know what's causing it. Like I said, when on the layer change, prior to the layer change, it retracts, and the E steps it puts in for the retraction is your default Cura retraction distance. And then after the layer change, it automatically puts that 6 or 5 millimeters back in. So I take that out, and that fixes it.
Okay.
But it's a quirk on the Cura if you're using change filament. I haven't tried pause at height to see if it does the same thing, but I suspect it does.
Pause height will do an initial retraction, but I don't think it'll do the two-step.
No, but I think if it does the retraction, it'll put it back again. I'll have to check for the pause at layer height, looking at the G code. But I have worked out why it does it when you do use the change filament. It's a bug in that it takes away the retraction and puts it back again just before it starts to print in blobs. But I removed that retraction offset, and it fixes it.
Oh, Marcus.
Marcus is one of my sponsors for Saturday. Marcus, let me know how many people on the giveaway. And then after I have winners on your giveaway, I'll contact you, and then you can send me the code after they win, and then that way they'll get their full 30 days use out of them. So I know they expire after 30 days.
Yeah.
You must have an awful big swag bag now, Jerry.
Yeah, I got like 30-something giveaway.
Tom, how are you?
Hey, Mama.
Hey, Lama.
How's it going, Lama?
Okay, so you've been told to smile, Jerry. 3D printing cave. How are you? So it sounds like it was a fun event anyway, right? Part of me is sorry I missed it, but part of me is not because of what's going on with the weirdness. But I'll probably be there next year, just to drive Dan insane. No other reason, just to annoy Dan. How are you, Dan?
I'm good. I had a great time at Murph, man. It was nice to finally get to see and meet a lot of people face to face. Tripod's a lot shorter in person, guys. Just so you know, like he's barely knocking on 4 foot tall. Like
that's because he's sitting down all the time, man.
Yeah. The whole time I was walking around, I just rest my drink on his head. He was
it's kind of easy when you have to sit most of the time. So
yeah, they definitely did.
You're an easy target.
Yeah, the event was definitely not tripod friendly this year. The floor was just the amount of humidity, and it.
Dan,
He's frozen.
you're frozen.
Stupid computer, I tell you, I'm having one of those days. But I was just saying that the ground was in like the temp was in the 40s around there. And then, of course, the week of Murph, everything jumped up to 80, 80, 85, 90 degrees, and the humidity was 90%. So the floor was just sweating like crazy there. So that's kind of a big turnaround I think we all got from the event, was that the floors were wet. I think everybody's figured that out by now.
Well, they need to learn to put sawdust or something down there. Okay, Greg, I have 6 people in. I can only have 6 in. I can't add a 7th. Let me try.
Throw me out.
If
Throw
you
me
want,
out,
I
that's
can
fine.
pop out.
Yeah, I'll throw out. That's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can pop back in.
Okay, Matt's dropping out. And you can drop back in a while. All right, Matt, thank you.
You stream almost every week. Why don't you just cop up to $25 and pay for it?
Or get the $10.
He
Dude,
doesn't have that many
$10.
friends to justify it.
I often don't reach the numbers. Like most of the time, I only get maybe 4 or 4 people. Like max is 5. I rarely hit 6 hanging out.
Yeah,
with me in the
very
hangout.
rare.
But
Hey, Greg,
but
how you
isn't
doing?
it like $10 for 10 people now? Like you can
No,
get there
do they have that now?
Yeah.
The last I looked, it was $26 a month.
Oh no, they were offering just the other day. They sent me an email saying, "Hey, for there's like
I got
an
the 10.
offering now." Yeah,
The
it's like
$10
$10 for. Yeah.
I'm actually considering.
I want 1080p, but I can't pay $40 a month for it.
Yeah.
yeah, they lowered the price on that, Jerry. I think I got the promo because I upgraded for the Kaiwu stream because they couldn't link up all their accounts. I'm like, crap. So I had to upgrade right then and there, so to link them all up. And that was, I'm like, we'll see how much longer I'm gonna do that pro plan for, because $40 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, if you pay yearly, it's cheaper, but still roughly 40-ish a month.
But you pay 11 out of the 12 months is what you do if you pay yearly. You get 1 month for it and you don't pay for it.
Basically.
Yeah. So no, I'm actually going to start doing some experimentation using OBS Ninja, and I might do OBS, because with OBS Ninja, in theory, I can create a room and invite people into that room, and then make that room part of this, or part of my live stream via OBS.
Yeah, somebody else mentioned Ninja to me, but I haven't researched it.
Yeah.
But whatever you do not try Melon. That's a complete joke.
No, I won't go near Melon. No, I'm looking, because OBS Ninja is free. And all
I
do
take with OBS.
Yeah, I use OBS myself. For like when I do my live streams on weekends, I use OBS. But if I can use OBS Ninja, then I can actually use that invite to invite people.
Hey, watch the
room.
lull spot. It's about to drop. This is kind of cool. If you guys want to see it, you see
Sure.
it in the back. You can see how quick the belt moves. Isn't that
Oh
cool?
yeah, that's fast.
Making
Just
big.
dropping the
You're right.
I wish I would have came more prepared.
Oh, it's not too exciting now. Oh, you know what? I think something just snagged. Hang on, let me try that again. The Bowden tube. Yeah, I don't know if you see that, but the Bowden tube caught the gantry. Hang on.
If that happens, you should track that and report it back to them.
I'm gonna. That's the second time it's happened.
Yeah, then that's something that needs to be fixed. Let's see who else is on there. Mika Steve.
Hello, how you doing?
Time to upgrade, Liam. Well, maybe. I used to have it, and then I stopped because it was just money that wasn't being used. So
You can use 1080p free for a week. There's an option when you load up. You can try it free for 7 days to see what it's like. But if everybody's not in 1080p, then not everybody's going to have better quality.
Well, I have another, as I said, I have another service, but they don't allow guests to be invited yet.
Yeah.
If I can get that solved, my problem goes away. Once they are supposed to be adding it. I'm waiting on them to add it. But once they do, then that problem goes away. Now, build over body. You had a question about the belt holding up long term. I think it would, because there's not an awful lot of weight on that belt. Those as long as it's a good quality belt, it will hold up.
Yes, Marcus. When I get more than 6 people, I have trouble talking myself. You get too many people in stream, and it's hard to
Jesse. I will not say that.
Come on, Liam.
Good morning to y'all.
You gotta make the crowd happy there.
See, the problem is I don't say it with the accent. They're expecting me to sound like the guys from Lucky Charms.
Hey, Liam. pat your head and rub your tummy and do this.
Say that again?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
With Tim the other day, he's taking requests. He said, "We'll do this and do that and do
this."
Yeah,
but see, you were saying he was like a puppet, and so did he. So
well, yeah, I said, my boss did this work in construction one time. We'd have to work out in the morning once in a while, all of us together on a construction site. So one day he said, "Everybody put your hand up in there." So we all did it. And I said, "Bend it at the elbow and pat yourself on the back. You done a good job." And that's where I was going at with Tim. Anyway.
Yeah, well, I've patted myself on the back. I've seen that being done, but how does the dome come out at the end? Oh, how does your dome come out for the full-size R2?
The dome come out for what?
The full-size R2.
Oh, the dome was fine. I haven't done anything to it in a couple of weeks since I printed it. I need to sand it and paint it. It's like everything else that's sitting in another room on top of the laser printer.
Right beside the Ecto One, right?
No, that's the one's up on the whole big shelf. Take the 6-foot-1 shelf.
I'm just thinking for you.
And I'm currently working on Black Widow model from DX Studios, trying out some new resin from Anycubic that Spring sent me. But what was really odd, the other day or yesterday, I get this little tiny bottle in the mail, 500 milliliters. Well, anybody that prints statues all the time or little dioramas knows that one little bottle of resin can't print anything.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and I started the video printing with it, and I made an intro about it, and then I contacted her, and she had sent me a link for the bottle coming that's back east on its way to Vegas. So I don't know where this little bottle just came from when hers is still in transit. So I printed 3 little parts. They came out really awesome. They're in another room right now. I got to completely dry them out, and then I'm going to cure them. And I'm waiting for another bottle. So when another bottle gets here in a few days, I'll continue the video.
Are you ready again, Greg?
Oh, sorry, I'm already printing. I was just checking the first layer.
Damn.
I can stop it if you guys want to see it.
No, don't.
It's not that. I mean, it's it's just kind of cool.
So,
but
that's cool though. So yeah, I've gotten resin delivered to me that I didn't know about. What's that? Dan shows. What is
Vikings
it?
It's old school.
Oh,
man.
that's cool.
Viking.
Yeah,
Very
I
cool.
was rocking this at Murph the whole weekend. So Viking was with us. Anybody who missed out on Murph, you missed out on the ability to go to Norway, because there's a lot of people who are going to Norway for the low price of whatever shipping costs. Because the shirt that I wore on Friday night or Friday at Murph, the shirt that I wore that Tripod's daughter made, by the way. So when you guys want something fancy, hit up his daughter. But yeah, she made me a shirt. And I had everybody on Saturday. I had everybody go around and sign it. There it is. There's some
I
of
think
it
Greg is keeping.
You guys want to see
You got to
it?
be careful with a small part of it, because there's one small part of it that Liam might not find funny.
Thinking big.
Should we show it?
You have to show me this little part now.
Man, it kind of smells funny. It smells like Dan. I'll try to hide the.
There's something squirting on the bottom.
I'm trying.
Joel,
there you go. The other way. There you go.
Where's the part I'm not supposed to like?
So I was wearing that on Friday, and then Saturday we ended up we had to leave on Saturday. So I in my hurrying to get things done, I did not get a chance to sign it, but I figured the shirt was on my back. It was made for me. I figured,
and it's got
that
your
way
stench.
I could kind of get it sent off. And Jesse's wife signed the shirt for the both of them. So that way Viking has Jesse on there too. It's kind of nice. So a lot of us are getting to take a free trip to Norway And by
Yeah.
free, I mean whatever the cost of shipping is, and a small piece doesn't come back. You know, it's nice. I thought it was a kind of a nice gesture. So
well, now I still didn't figure out what was the part you said that I wouldn't like. That's on
It
the
was a
bottom.
silhouette. It was a silhouette in the bottom right corner. Didn't you see the drawing on the
No.
bottom right corner?
yeah, there was a.
All right.
It was
There
a.
was
It's a nozzle upside down. It's a nozzle
There you
upside
go.
down. by
It's an
mistake.
upside down nozzle extruding.
Yeah, that's
right.
that's
Yes,
partially
okay.
blocked.
Yeah,
Partially blocked.
there's
Yeah, partially blocked nozzle. Yeah.
yeah.
Spitting
Yeah,
out
cool.
filament. Yeah.
So that's heading over to Thomas.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hopefully
that's-
this weekend.
Cool.
Yeah, that'll be one of the things I think that Mr. Greg was able to gather up and get together for Vikings. So we've got a nice
Yeah.
little pack going on, and
I'll leave some of
hopefully
the
with
other
next-
stuff a surprise. That's
yeah,
in there.
hopefully as another. Hopefully with the next event, we can figure out a way to crowdfund Viking coming to the States to hang
Yeah,
out.
absolutely.
What-
The only problem was, Dan, you didn't eat enough pizza to expand it enough to get good advertising.
Well, you know what he's going to do now? He's going to write on the back of it. All my friends went to Murph, and all they bought me back was this damn
Stupid
t-shirt.
Just lousy T-shirt.
He's going to put
That'll
that
be the
on
one
the
for-
back of it.
That'll be the one for next year if Viking doesn't come next year. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get a shirt that, you know, have Viking on the front, and on the back I'll say, my friends all went to Murph and all they did was get me this lousy T-shirt, and then we'll send that one to them next year the same. We'll have everybody sign it. and send it.
Next year, you'll send him the logo, and on the back it'll say, Viking missing in action.
Yeah, Viking's got my DNA now, so he's going to work on cloning me out there in Norway. I don't know if they're
Oh,
they're
don't
ready
do
know.
for
that.
that.
Don't do
but-
that.
No,
Viking. One of
no.
them is enough.
How are we going to ship his printer here, though? Because his new printer's probably too big to ship.
That's a good trade. What you do is you send him the T-shirt, and he sends the printer to one of us. I claim it.
Each piece by piece. Yeah.
You know, I'm waiting for the day that people start offering up services where, like, when you want to ship something and it's too big to, like, maybe too costly to ship it, you set up like a thing where somebody Ubers it to the airport. You get it from them at the airport. You fly with it in a seat, like you pay for an additional seat. You fly it over, and then you have somebody on the other end that Ubers it back. And then the person that flew with it just basically flies there and then flies back, and then 2 Ubers. You know,
That'd
I think
be a
that's
very
probably-
expensive trip.
that would be a pretty.
Cheaper than air freighting it.
Yeah, but overnight. Oh, yeah, it wouldn't actually, because an overnight trip to go there and fly back costs more than going there for a week and then flying back.
Yeah, that's nuts.
A jump like that is actually costs way more than staying overnight or staying there a week.
Hey, well, there you go then. Anybody who's looking for that, I thought there was a service like that once, or somebody was
Graham
trying to
Design,
start
how
a
you doing?
service. I thought there was somebody who was trying to start a service
here,
like that.
how are you?
So Dan, or a tripod, because you were there Sunday. If it was how long were you there Sunday till you started packing up? Middle of the afternoon?
Well, we kind of pre-packed Saturday night because we heard from everyone that it just like it's a real
Nice.
slowdown on Sunday. So we organized everything so we could actually pack up within about 25-30 minutes and leave. But we stayed until about 1:30, 2 o'clock on Sunday.
Were you already checked out of the motel and had everything in the truck at that time?
Oh yeah. It was because Steve Lightspeed was right next door on one side, and Greg was on the other side of us.
So you just had to get a motel for one night, then Friday night, Saturday morning.
No, it was
actually
the
Saturday
Sunday.
night.
2
Yeah, 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
Wake
Or
up
2
early,
nights.
check out. How far was the drive from the motel to Murph?
3 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, it was great. That Best
And
Western,
and 3 minutes in bad weather. Put it that way.
Unless you get
Yeah.
caught by a train, because there is a train, and I got caught.
Yeah,
by
we
a
did
train.
actually get caught on
I was
by
going
the
to say
yeah.
the train and that stoplight to go back to the hotels
Yeah.
from the event, that stoplight, if you were coming up and it was
Yep.
green, you wanted to give it gas and go, because if not, you had to sit there and wait.
Well,
And
I mean-
sometimes you were waiting 5 to 10 minutes at a stoplight.
Next year we may just take our RV. I didn't know there was an RV
Yeah,
hookup right next door.
that's the way to go.
Yeah. That was
I mean, it wasn't a bad. My wife was like, "Oh, I didn't know it was a motel," but actually, it was decent. It wasn't like a motel. I kept on calling it,
Yeah.
before we got there, the Bates Motel, right? You know,
It was
but-
good until I think it was Sunday, and my daughter found this huge spider in the bathtub, and didn't want to use the bathroom. I had to go in and kill it.
Oh.
But I'm like,
Oh no!
Other than that, it was great.
I have to tell you guys this experience. I haven't told anybody this yet. So again, Friday we get there. We get everything set up, and Friday night I was thinking I was gonna. I mean, it was. We got back to the hotel and everything. Everybody knew my wife wasn't feeling well, so I ended up taking her back. Well, I was sitting there waiting to find out what was going on with Mr. Malinari because he was supposed to be flying into. He got confused and flew into Indy. Well, he was going to take a Turo and rent a car and drive up. Well, while he was in flight, he got an email from the guy saying they had to cancel his reservation because they totaled his car. The car he was going to rent got into an accident, was totaled. So now he was scrambling trying to find a car. And I told him, I said, if need be, I'll drive the 3 hours from Goshen down to Indianapolis, pick you up, and drive the 3 hours back. Just let me know. So he landed, got a hold of me, and I was out the door and getting ready to go. Well, when I come back, I come to find out I was on my way out. He called me back about 20 minutes later to tell me he found a rental car and he was going to be heading back up to the hotel, not to bother. So I turn around and I go back. At that point, I'm dead. I crash out. I wake up on Saturday morning and I go to take a shower. And in the shower, there's a vent. There was a vent that pointed into the shower. And I saw what looked like a red light. And I'm like,
what?
I'm standing there naked in the shower and I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, get my phone quick. And my wife's like, give me my phone. I take my phone. I shine it up there. There's an orange date sticker inside the ductwork that's reflecting the light back at me. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, that'll scare the hell out of you when you're trying to take a shower and you see something that looks like a red light glowing back at you from a vent that's pointing right in the shower.
That explains it. Dan was scared and cold.
Maybe it was the hotel.
Yeah, if there's pictures floating around the internet after this event, everyone understand it was cold water. I'm sorry.
There was Dan's Murph stream, and then there was the Murph Hotel stream. There were two live streams going on at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't bad for the price. It was, it cost more than it should have, but it wasn't of the places there. I think it was probably the nicest without having to drive 20 minutes.
Right.
Ram Design, I'll get you those photos this week. I will. I mean, just buried at work. I will get them to you before the weekend. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I notified him immediately. Ram Design. He said I'll get them to him later today.
Work came up.
Days ago.
Work is on the way of the hangout. Ram Design has offered to design up, like the mini Joels, but he's going to do one for me and for Jerry.
Oh, nice.
So, but I need to get some pictures out to him, and I make sure they're posed well, so it's not me coming down with a big bump in the front.
Frontal view only, no side view.
So,
I'm not skinny, but if I got a bobblehead with a big old stomach like I'm pregnant, no, that ain't gonna work. So.
Well, it could be worse. He could be fat and with one leg, like me. So
yeah. Fat with one leg.
Now we all feel better. No, it's okay. I'll send it to you. I will get them to you. I promise. But sounds like a fun event. I'll be there next year for definite.
I used to work for a guy in construction. He was strong as a bull, but he was like 4'5" tall. He was really tiny. And one time when and I worked for him for like 11 years. One time coming to work, he goes, what did he say? What was the word he said? Everybody's walking up to him at the trailer, and he goes, oh, God, what did Mr. Rourke used to say? What was his line?
I don't know.
Fantasy Island, Mr. Rourke.
The plane bus, the plane?
No, that was Tattoo.
That was Tattoo, yeah.
That's right.
I forget what he said, like, greetings, everybody, or whatever it was that Mr. Rourke used to say. And I go, no, Pete, you're supposed to go, the plane. He was really short. He was really a short man.
That's Tito, wasn't it? Or no?
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah,
wasn't it Tito?
Tattoo.
Or that's right.
It's going to be politically correct.
Yeah.
That's funny.
How many people on this channel have actually watched that? Well, probably a lot, actually.
I did.
Yeah,
I'm 5'8", and Liam's like 4'6", so...
I'm a bit taller than that.
We're dating ourselves a little.
5'8". I think I shrunk an inch.
I'm 5'9".
I think Greg and I are about the same height.
Sorry?
I think Greg and I are about the same height.
I used to be 5'10", 5'11", somewhere around there, but I think
when you get older, you
Last time I
shrink a
checked,
little
that's what I was.
What's
So that's
that?
why it stays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody kept commenting. They thought I was shorter, and then they met me and they were like, "You look
Well,
shorter on
I'm
camera." It's
like
like
a 3X shirt, okay, that looked like it could be used for a sail on a yacht, okay, fit Dan perfectly. I'm like, oh, okay.
How tall are you, Dan?
6'2".
6'2", okay.
Yeah.
My brother's about 6'2".
Yeah, I'll probably go around Murph looking up at most of the people there. My son is my height, and he's 14.
Yeah, Zolan showed up, and he was he's pretty tall. Yeah,
He's very tall. Yeah,
He's 7 foot or something, close to it. 6'8", 6'9".
nah, I think
Not
it's
that
like
tall.
6'6" or something.
Yeah, I was
I
say
don't know.
6'5".
yeah, he is a tall guy though.
All you have to do is just you wait for the raccoon to show up because that you hear his voice.
Yeah.
And he's behind me.
He said he was going to print one or something, or I don't know. Yeah.
I was I was telling him that he should actually like he came onto a stream once, and it was him. It wasn't the animatronics. And when I saw him, and I heard the voice, it said, "It's so weird not to see the raccoon when you're talking." It's really weird. Maybe
beings.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say beings. I've actually seen Zolan's face. I mean, granted, more so than probably some of you guys. I have seen his face, but still, to see him in person, I was glad he was wearing a mask when he first started speaking because it made it a whole lot easier to accept the fact that it was him. You know what I mean? Like, had he walked up to me with his face and started talking, I might have been like, nah. But because he was wearing a mask, it was easy for me to sit there and say, like, I know the voice, so we're good.
Yep.
And then later he dropped the mask. I was like, yeah,
Who's playing music?
That was me.
Oh.
I'm just checking something.
Demonetized.
No, that music won't get you demonetized, even if you. Yeah, no.
But I worked with a guy once, and he was 7'2".
Jesus.
7'2". He like Mark. He's local from Michigan here, and I'd stand beside Mark, and like I kind of go, and he's up on here. Tallest guy I've ever met. It was 7'2", 7'3". He was enormous, and he said, all the way through school to try and convince him to go out and join basketball teams and so on. He had no interest. His thing was wrestling. He had no interest in doing basketball whatsoever.
Yeah, Sergio was there.
Hey, Sergio.
Yeah. He was there, Saturday, if I remember right?
Yep.
Yeah, with his puppies and his wife.
Yeah, those
he
dogs
came out
were
Saturday,
awesome.
the puppies with him.
What are you trying to share, Jerry?
It's for Friday. It's a quick little banner. That's what you heard playing.
I don't think. Well, let me. There you go.
Sneak peek, guys. It's a sneak peek.
Doing a giveaway.
Yeah, it'd be a good giveaway.
Link in the description, everybody. Liam, quick, put it in.
Sorry?
I said there's a link in the description. Everybody go fill it out. Liam, quick, put it in. I'm just kidding.
There's none. There's none. Do you have your form ready yet, Jerry?
I'm going to post it right before I go live, maybe an hour before.
Okay.
Because everybody that wins needs to be over 18 and present to win. So if I post it now, there'll be people filling it out, and they may not show up, and then I got to keep respinning and respinning. So
yeah, that's fair. Yep. All you can do is just
the tripod gave me the idea of over 18. So yeah, I think people need to be over 18. So
yeah, I didn't know what the rules were from Kaiwu, so I figured just over 18, just to be sure, because also state laws, it's pretty much across all of the United States that 18 and older.
For lotteries or not lotteries.
Printed Solid has donated 6 rolls of Jesse filament, 3 giveaways, 2 rolls each, but it's USA only. He didn't say anything about it being for Canada, even though he ships to Canada, but that's only on large orders of 300 or more.
Zolan, you have to wait. I have a full house. I want to allow 6 people online.
Yeah,
okay,
turn me off.
I'll pop.
I can drop too.
I'll drop.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold
that's
on
not a problem.
Pop out.
Drop off.
All right.
No, Jerry left.
There we go. Okay.
Hey, Zolan.
Hey,
Speak of the devil. Speak of
it's
the
a
devil.
trash panda.
Trash panda. Are you going to take that?
What? Yeah.
He just called you a trash panda.
Yeah.
So, how was Murph for you?
Tiring. Very
Yeah,
tiring.
those events can be exhausting, because the days are long.
No, actually, that wasn't my issue. My issue was the lack of air conditioning.
Yeah. And the chair. Don't forget the chair.
Oh yeah, I'm bringing my own chair next
That
year.
was awful. Those chairs. Some dude fell. I'm just glad you didn't fall and break yours like the guy at the end of our row.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Poor guy.
Yeah,
Good to hear you got your dog back, Dan.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
thank you.
That's good news.
Yeah. I told the story a little bit ago, but if you guys don't mind, I'll tell the story again because it's kind of funny and you'll laugh at it. I'm sure you will because he's home safe and sound, and he played a joke on my daughter, so it worked out great. What happened was we had gotten a phone call because about a mile from my house, between my house and there's a trailer park out there. There's this farm. Well, he's been spotted out at this farm for the last couple of days. So somebody had called my daughter's cell phone number because she posted it in the Facebook or in the Facebook post, and they called her saying, "Hey, we see your dog. He's running around in the driveway." So she and my in-laws hauled Bud out there. They got out there, and he's sitting in the driveway just looking at him. And she gets out and starts walking up to him. As soon as she gets close enough to him, he bolted back into the cornfield again. So she decided, after yelling for him for a few minutes and he wouldn't come, so she went and hid in the cornfield on the opposite side of the driveway. Well, at some point, he decided when everybody was looking, he snuck around behind everybody, cut into the field on the other side, and my daughter's sitting on the other side of the cornfield saying, "Chewy, come here, Chewy." And he come up behind her and he sat down right behind her, and he's just sitting there, and she heard a little bit of leaves rustle, and she looks down, and there he is just sitting there looking at her, wagging his tail. Just, So I guess he decided he had enough and he wanted to come home, but I think he wanted to play a little game of hide and go seek before he came home because, like I said, the driveway splits the cornfield going up to the house. The house is kind of in the middle of the cornfield. So when you think like rural anywhere, you've got the main road, you've got the driveway up the center, and then corn basically all the way up and around the house. And he, at some point, snuck out, went down the driveway a little bit, and came back up around in behind her while she was on the opposite side of the driveway he had run into. So,
well, that's good you got him back, right? Because he was gone for a few days.
Yeah, he took off on Saturday night around would have been between 5 and 7 o'clock Central. He took off, and we got him back last night about 5 o'clock. So it was between 5
took
and
a week's vacation away from you, is what he did.
Yeah, he took a couple of days off to go run around and be free. But he came home last night. He got himself a bath, and he got kind of cuddled up. The kids all loved up on him for a while. He felt better, and we just hope he doesn't try to make this a regular occurrence, Yeah.
So Zolan, did you get any footage inside flying your drones?
Yes, and I'm actually just uploading that now to my system.
You got some amazing footage.
Yeah,
I got some on the last day,
and we can reshare them out to make sure it gets lots of visibility.
Oh, actually, Zolan's Shop of Wonders already has 2 videos uploaded.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'll have to look it up. But so what else is happening, guys?
Not a whole lot, good sir. Same old. Right now, I'm just getting ready to slice a file here and send it out. I'm checking out some more. Some more Green Gate filament at their recycled PETG. Pick up some more of that. So I'm playing around with it, printing my wife a couple of things she wanted since they're the colors she chose. So
I still got to dry out all my filament that I took to Murph. So.
Yeah,
I think it's still wet.
Yeah.
I got this delivered today, so I'm gonna put this.
Oh,
Oh, look at you!
Yeah, those guys reached out to me. The Octo.
Yeah.
I won it on their.
You won it. Okay.
2 weeks ago, and I was on there, and my name was pulled out for the octopus. So.
Oh, that's even better.
Now I have to buy the control steppers for it, and then I will. I'm thinking about putting into my 10 log.
Oh, speaking of Chewy,
my IDEX.
I want to put it on that one behind me, the Core XY, because it's got a cheap little cheetah board on it right now.
Oh yeah.
That thing's only it retails for 50, I think, right, or 45.
No, it's more than that, I believe.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's something like.
Oh, the mini benchies were awesome. I thought it was amazing. The mini benchies.
Yeah, the small.
Yeah.
Does anyone guess the number, Marcus?
Hey, did anyone get the right number? I know that was one of the requirements.
I'm unmuted. Yeah, I unmuted now so that this way these guys can see Chewy. But here's the door.
Yeah.
He's
Hey,
home.
Chewy.
Back from his vacation.
Yep. He took his little vacation. I told him the story about how he tried to play a game on Jaden. I had to censor language because,
I thought about it.
Well, Greg, you're right, by the way. It's $45.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how cheap it was for what you get. I mean, I looked because I Googled it after they talked to me about it, and I was like, man, that's a really good price.
I have nothing to throw it in. You know, it's a lot of work to do the replacement boards if the farm doesn't. I'm not going to sit there and go through and hack apart. I mean, it's a new board, right? New design.
Yeah.
Right?
See, mine are easy. My Core XY. Well, you probably saw it at the show. I got the board right behind it, so I can just pull it out.
Yeah, but I'm thinking to put it into my 10 log because the 10 log board that I have, the IDEX printer, it works.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It works fine.
I'm going to tap out.
Okay.
I'm going to tap out, guys. Yeah, you guys got somebody else in. I got the missus out here. We're having a quick conversation. I figured tap somebody else in.
Yeah, I'll be leaving shortly, too, because we're going to be going camping, and I got to go with the wife to the grocery store. So.
Okay.
Yeah, see, there's Tripod and Greg and Zolan.
Hello.
The wife is waving and saying hi. So.
I Mrs. off to the side.
That guy, and that guy.
And that guy.
Well, yeah, but he didn't have a raccoon face on it.
I know.
Hey, you know what?
One of these years. A
lot of people were jealous of us at Murph because we brought camping chairs with.
Yeah, that was I tried to give Zolan one of mine, but I snagged my daughter's one on accident, and it was only good to like 200 pounds.
Yeah, those I have those are nice, heavy-duty, relaxing ones, and when we saw the pictures on Murph, we're like, nope, we're bringing our chairs.
Those are bad.
I have a zero gravity chair. Oh,
yeah, we have those too.
You just slip two inside, and it goes all the way back, so you can sleep in them.
Oh yeah, they're comfy.
Hey, Marcus.
Hey,
So, did anyone guess the number of benches?
Well, that wasn't even a thing. I only showed the pill bottle, because we were kind of putting the bottles in the little bubblegum capsules as we had free time, and we never had more than like 20 in a capsule at a time. But most of the time, I kept in that pill bottle. Every once in a while, I'd show the pill bottle, and I'd say, "Hey, a bench a day."
Yeah.
But everyone I showed that pill bottle, they took it from me and took photos of it. But we didn't actually have a contest where you tried to guess how many.
You were saying you were going to.
Well, if I remember, that probably would have been a good idea.
So, I assume there was a lot of interest in the app at the event.
And not tons of people, have iPhones. It was a small percentage, but there were some people there who hadn't heard of the app, so it was good, to tell them about it.
My wife downloaded it, and she's like, "I said, no, you got it wrong. It's she has an 8, so she's like, oh."
But
there goes your credit. Up time for an upgrade.
Yeah, there you go. Good reason to.
It was fun giving
Face ID.
It was fun giving the code away. Giving back to meeting some people in person.
This is drone footage.
While he's doing that, let me bring him up while we chat.
Yeah, I totally forgot my drone in the hotel on day 2. That would have been the best time to do it because I couldn't get anywhere. So I'm like, what's going on over there?
Yeah. Yeah, look at it. You can see the wetness of the floor.
Oh yeah, it looks soaking wet.
Oh, it was horrible. That was day 2, right, Zolan?
Yes, this is day 2. Saturday.
Not really, Jerry. We'll pass on that giveaway.
Yeah, but the thing is that Zolan's drone is like a quarter the size of mine, so it's not as, and it's more durable. I hit the wall with mine. I haven't even yet to see if it survived. Yeah,
so that's nice.
Jerry, you'll have to print small little chairs and put them in little bottles, and you can call them stool handles.
That's what John Mack did.
And they did look like he ran from it.
Yeah, there were a lot of people doing that.
Yeah, the RC cars on Saturday night were nuts. They were just speeding everywhere.
Oh, this is where I struggle to get back inside the building. Because there's a lot of wind.
Yeah, the wind was pretty rough that day.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't want to chance it on Sunday sending my drone out there. You're a good pilot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's flying really good.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Jerry. I might steal that idea for some point, and I put up a sign saying free stool samples.
Yeah, that was hilarious. John Mack comes by with a stool sample.
I lost mine.
Oh.
You
I set it down and somebody grabbed it.
It's a funny thing to do, though. So,
All right.
a barn or whatever?
That's the wife's car? No.
So
Oh, there's
Liam,
the wife's car. A little bit further down, but you're going to go through that drawer.
So Liam, John Mack actually did that. He had little pill bottles, and he was putting little FDM printed stools in them. Ethan loved it so much he grabbed 2 of them.
Hey, I'm gonna drop so somebody else can get in.
Oh,
hey,
Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ethan really liked the droid.
Thanks for joining, Greg.
So.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Nice seeing you, Greg.
He's great.
Oh,
you almost
Later,
cracked in his face there.
Oh, this is the flight that Tim scared the crap out of me on. Because he snuck up next to me and screamed in my ear.
Tim, give me the bird.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Now, do you have the one that you were messing around with the droid with? Or was that recording?
Orbit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which one that is. That's
okay, because I was like, that would be a cool view of that.
Oh, is that the E-Cube maker there as well as I see?
Mm-hmm.
Who had that? Who had the E-Cube maker?
I don't know their name.
Because anyone who has one got the beta machines, the pre-production, they were for a review. Because I know that's what I got. And I know Jim from Edutech got one of those. I'm not sure who else did though. I didn't see many.
Is he yet?
Oh, that's the 3-in-1 machine, right?
That's the 4-in-1, yeah.
Oh, 4-in-1.
Yeah. It's but it only does PLA. It doesn't have. I'm sure you could upgrade the hot end, right? But it does. It's only designed for PLA. So he's okay. Shane thinks it was Dan that had it.
Shane. Dan got the IDEX, the 2-color IDEX.
Yep.
Which IDEX did he bring? Do you know?
I don't remember which brand. I think it's the one that you reviewed.
I've reviewed all of them except the JG Maker. Except
the other drone pilot.
Yeah, I've done the 3 that are out there that around the same price point are the 10 log, the JG Maker, and the Guido, and I have all 3. There is Soval have recently come out one ASVO4, which is IDEX. The Jed Labo have come out with one which is IDEX, but it's an enclosed one that's about $1,000. So it's much higher price point. And I know Maker Pi are working on one right now on an IDEX machine.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a selfie snowman that was going around there.
There's Vince. There's Ellen.
You sent me a picture. Okay, it's just me. 1 second. Show this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to power up the drone before I leave to see if it survived.
Yeah,
I think it did.
Oh, okay. So here's what. Here's before I do that, Zolan, just for 1 second, just pause the video for a second.
Pause.
We're going to show Jerry's stool sample.
That's a little bit clearer than I thought it would be.
Yeah. And quite dry as well.
Yeah.
It's very
much fiber.
It's all yours again.
Too much fiber. If that dry is too much fiber.
We posted one on Twitter too with Ethan holding it.
Sorry.
Okay, you can hit play now, Zolan.
I was finishing my dinner.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, all good. So this is a short video. This quad is actually an analog quad, and its batteries go quick.
Oh, that's the one that you said was like a minute and a half flight time for that one?
Well, this flight was only 33 because one of the batteries is dying.
So one of your FPV goggles was on the same frequency as someone else?
Later, yeah. on Sunday, we all tried to power up and race, and there was somebody outside, not part of our event, who was using the same frequency I was.
Wow. What? So that's a old FM, or how can someone? Was it? How can someone be on the same frequency?
They're shared frequencies.
No, I get it. So that's what I'm saying.
bands.
It's not a 2.4 or a Spectrum. It's
It's 2.4 Spectrum, but they have locked what they call channels.
Okay.
It's like here, this day, I'm on race band 8, hence the R825. That means
okay, I see it. Yeah.
race band 8 with 25 milliwatt. With the DJI, I use channel 3, which is approximately in the same location as race band 8 analog. But it takes up some of 7 as well because of how big of a spectrum it needs. But if somebody else is out there broadcasting on any of those, especially with DJI, they can wipe out everybody. And the only reason it was working with me and the one event guy, because he's flying analog, is he happened to be on race band 1, and I'm all the way on the other side of the spectrum.
It looks good though.
Yeah, and this is analog. Saturday? This isn't even my good camera.
Yeah, but that was Saturday, I assume, yeah? Because it was busy.
Yeah, most of my videos are on Saturday. I forgot to turn recording on Sunday when I was flying the analog. I do have some of the HD on Sunday. I know I bought a 12-pack of beer. Here it is.
That's relieved it.
Oh, next time we're bringing alcohol. I mean.
Oh, yes. No, because the beer that they had there was not good.
Oh, I'm not a fan of beer that you have to chew before you drink it.
Well, what beer
that wasn't my problem. My problem with it is I'm not a fan of beer that has so many hops that all you taste is bitter.
Yeah.
I like stouts and porters.
Yeah, when I used to drink, I preferred stouts, like Guinness and stuff like that. Is good.
Guinness is okay.
I'm a fan because I grew up with it. So.
Oh yeah.
You bathed in it. You swim in it.
Yeah, but Smithwick's is better.
Well, actually, in Ireland when I was young, if you went like I didn't get my appendix out, I never had to. But if you got your appendix out, or you've got your tonsils out, in hospitals, they'd give you a mixture of milk and Guinness to help. It actually speeds up the healing process.
Okay, apparently there was something wrong there. Skip ahead, skip ahead, skip ahead, skip ahead.
I don't drink anymore, but I used to. And but that's what they do in hospitals. Some people would mix them together and drink them. Other people would drink them independently. But it actually does have. It actually does help with like after tonsillitis and so on. After you get a tonsillectomy done, it actually does help it. So they don't do that anymore in hospitals, but they used to.
Man, I have both my tonsils and my appendix, unfortunately.
People are
neither.
You know, some people are like on this thread for the Creality nozzle, the hardened nozzle. I'm like, it's just crap. Sorry, it is.
I haven't used it. They're hardened seal, is it? It's
destroyed many prints, and not knowing it was the nozzle. And so I decided to try the second one from a different batch. You know, over 6 months apart. Same effect. I mean, it shredded PETG on my Ender 5 Plus, and it shredded. No, I don't know. You know what? I may just cut that thing in half and put it under a microscope and see what it looks like, because they say it's smooth bore, but yeah, it's that set. The hardened one.
I haven't even cracked it yet. It's sitting in the corner because the brass worked fine.
Yeah, it's hard to mess up brass, but yeah.
Well, do you have a microscope to look at it?
Yeah, I got a microscope. It should be able to see it fine. I used it for soldering. Yeah, well, no, I have an actual lab microscope, so. Yeah, I don't have a lab one. The nerd in me. It's only a $30 plug-in USB one. Oh no, mine costs $200.
Oh.
Ooh, I thought you were gonna say like $3,000 or something. No, the $3,000 ones when you start adding on additional cameras, but I can add a camera to this anyway. Just take out the eyepiece and put a camera in there.
but I got one. It's a really good one. It's a good quality one.
So I put a micro Swiss on there and it works fine. I mean, the prints that were coming out now, it didn't make sense. I knew the CR6 SE was bad, but it shouldn't have been destroying prints like that.
Yeah, well, if we're getting bad prints, yeah. Well, the micro Swiss all metals are really good.
Yeah, I have them on 2 machines.
Yeah, I like those. Or they don't do much of an all metal hardened steel though. Like I mean, like they don't do they do a lot of coated ones. They don't do.
Oh no, they have. It's just it's not advertised. You know, I mean, the coated ones won't last that long, but they have hardened steel.
Yeah,
they're expensive for just a little nozzle, but you never have to replace the darn thing.
Yeah. I need to reach out to them then, because I went to their site to buy stuff and it's always the coated, and I never bought them because I don't want to coat. If I'm going to buy a steel, I want a real steel nozzle. You know.
Yeah, the coated ones you expect to last just, it depends
twice
on
as long as the brass.
Maybe a couple months, and then it's done. Let's see here.
One of these videos will be the one I'm looking for. Oh, not that one.
So when Ethan and I left, I didn't want to deprive people of all the rest of the mini benchies, so I gave the rest of them to Vince to hand out.
You didn't send them out to us? What? Well, you should have done the mini benchies, and you should you should embedded your app name in the side of the benchy.
This one I posted to YouTube already, so that's not going to be the one I'm looking for.
So I did make that sign that looked like the benches were just sitting on it, and quite a few. I said, "Take a free benchy," and they would pick it up, and the whole sign would come up, and then I'd say, "No, those are just for show. Here's your free benchy," and they would say, "That's so cute. Can I have another one for whoever?" And they were just all about the benches.
You're not trying hard enough.
Yeah. Well, it's different as well. I think in places like Israel and so on, it's heavy drinking is not a common thing. I don't think it is.
Depends what you drink as well.
Yeah, and if you drink if you stick with one type of drink all night or whatever, chances are you're gonna be fine. If you mix it, then you're gonna be sick.
It's all about hydration.
It is. You have to drink plenty of water as you go too, but if you mix them, you're gonna suffer. If you don't
as somebody who's drinking 5 gallons of wine, a 12-pack of beer, and a bottle of Aftershock in a single night, it's all about hydration.
Never again. Never again, though. He says.
And then you're not going to bed because you're peeing until the next day.
I never have had a hangover in my life, and that night I actually passed out and ended up barfing in the toilet. Just by the way, a gallon of Burgundy wine and Aftershock and beer looks like blood.
You hope it looks like blood, not the kidneys yet.
Yeah. No, it's that water is ridiculous on the floors.
Oh yeah.
Like that's a health hazard. People can eat it sounds like a couple of people fell on that.
Well, John did.
Well, we don't know but there's somebody else mentioned someone else earlier on that I heard as well. It wouldn't surprise me if there was multiple people who slipped on that, but that's asking for a lawsuit,
Well, yeah. The first thing Joel says to me is like, "So, how much?"
There's that other quad.
Do you own the building yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We threw away everything that hit the ground.
Yeah.
Same.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it was like the boxes were all moist. Everything was, the scanner that I had out, I had to put away. Yeah.
Yeah, but the fact that it's that bad, that's not a good sign. That's why you should move it to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's entirely not their fault, and I'm very grateful that we even had Murph, considering that IRF has been canceled and everything. And I am nothing but grateful to these guys.
Oh yeah,
and they're super nice.
We need to move it somewhere where you don't end up with floors like that are dangerous, And the closer it is to me, the better chance I'm going to be at the event anyway.
Yeah, the floor was sweating as part of the problem. Shane said it himself while we were there. You know, what you're seeing is what happens when you don't put the plastic underneath the sub layers before you pour your concrete.
The subfloor, yeah.
Yep. I mean,
if you don't have a damp-proof course underneath the top layer of concrete, you will stuff of that will come up. Yeah.
See, the part I had to keep reminding people is these are livestock buildings, so that water is bringing up any of that nasty stuff that the livestock left behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be. It should. I know, and they go to wherever it's cheap, but there's event centers that are you know. We should get Loyal Moses to turn around and hold it at his place. We should convince Loyal to hold it at his farm.
There you go.
That's what
now,
we should do.
Sunday was a little better. It did actually dry out some. I think part of the problem was this Friday night. They left the big bay doors open and a storm whipped through.
Yeah, but still, Dan, your job because you're.
Dan.
He's not on here, but he's probably listening.
No, he's right there.
Was he
in the video? Yeah.
No, not in the video. I mean, he's listening online. You need to talk to Loyal and get him to hold one of these events at his farm.
And there's the printer that we were talking about.
That's the YouTube maker, and Dan is right behind it.
Yeah, Things is now posting on Twitter all the booths that they visited.
So, Dan, you better reach out to Loyal and get him to host at his place, and we'll all go out for that event. That's your challenge.
It was fun. We were given codes for the scanning app away every hour, and
wow.
So sometimes we'd only, because not a lot of people have iPhones. Sometimes we'd only have one in there, and then there'd be other people there, and it was about to be the hour.
You could talk to him.
And I'm like, if you get your thing in there now, there'll only be 2 in there, and you have a good chance. And every time we did that, Ethan drew it immediately. It was always the person standing there that won, even though if it was like 2 or 3 things in there, it just was luck that the person standing there was the one that got drawn out.
Yeah, self-parking feature.
Dan has accepted the challenge of reaching out to Loyal about hosting the event.
There you go.
Cool. Are you going to do another video?
Mike. Oh, I have tons. I flew a lot.
Okay, well we leave it up. That's Friday.
And I'm looking for 2 specific ones because there's one where I did an orbit, a few orbits around the AI bot that's over there that kind of looks like a snowman, and then there's the one that I was playing with Tripod's egg drop.
Yep.
Or Eggbot.
Yeah, well, flights are expensive, right? Are expensive, especially from where you are, because you're covering about 40% of the planet.
Ethan was getting a kick out.
Yeah, your drone is less obtrusive than mine. Mine's you can feel the breeze when it flies over your head. So, and that's my small drone.
I did have wasn't Joel, but one of Joel's cameramen say, we were trying to figure out what we were getting barnstormed by, and then we looked up and saw it.
Was that was it
my little blue
John?
guy?
Oh
yeah, what I'm flying here is a Beta 85 X HD DJI, and what that means is the props are each blade on the prop is 85 millimeter.
That robot, I believe, is a selfie snowman. You can go there and it'll take a photograph.
Interesting.
They had the selfie snowman, and then they had the selfie robotic arm that insulted you and didn't work half the time.
Ethan and I walked up to the snowman. I had no idea what it was. I didn't know who was controlling it, but I reached out, and Ethan was nervous, but I gave it a fist bump.
Oh, there's Mike. Greg. Oh, crashed.
No, I landed in Greg's hand.
Oh, okay.
He actually had it. And I think this was me taking off out of his hand.
Yeah, we need to move on over close.
Hey, Viking.
And then the upskirt shots just for John.
Yeah, there were a couple times I was like, no, I'm not trying to film that person. I need to get out of there. The arm was insulting people still. It was actually trying to take the picture, but it uploads the picture automatically to Twitter, and that part was broken.
Oh, okay.
I can see Ethan's chasing you.
Oh, I crashed a few times.
I was going to say, I thought you were going to hit you and yourself in the back of the head there for a second.
No, I've gotten pretty. I've only hit myself with a quad about 4 or 5 times now. Up there egg drop.
Here we go. It looked good on Dan's video, circling Dan when Dan hit it.
There we are.
Yep.
That's what you're ready for.
Literally flying circles around you.
And well, I didn't even see it at first. I think you can come by again and do it again onto the.
Yeah, I think I do it again.
Because I was like, wait, what the hell just happened? Because the problem is, and I was like, man, I was like, I didn't want the wife to go to get the drone. But again, there's my wife right there talking to Dan.
Did she go shopping much?
No. She actually had a really good time there. Well, no, she went shopping for filament.
What? That's right, she did. Yeah, she bought more than you did. Yeah.
She bought 9 rolls of filament.
Cool.
Did any of you guys head over to the guys at IC3D?
What's that?
Did any of you go over to IC3D?
Yes, I did. I applied for their Toys for Tots.
Oh yeah. My name's in.
So did I.
Yeah, it's a great program.
I said, well, I'll have the electrical done in the garage by then. I could probably get 6+ printers running at the same time, no problem.
Yeah, all flexi
Shane,
and all this kind of stuff.
Actually, so the Capricorn people at their table, they were selling filament. And one of the filaments that they're selling is their new thermal. See, that's where I actually crashed. Is their new thermal colored variants. So basically, you can heat it up or cool it down, and it changes color.
Yeah.
And
we got a roll of that.
I missed out on it. I told them to put one aside for me, and by the time I got around to it, they already sold it.
I think
Shane, on Sunday, popped up and walked over to me and handed me a roll.
Yeah. The guys at IC3D are nice guys to deal with. I deal with them for my PETG, and they're really good guys to deal with. They're very.
Yeah, it was 3 rolls for $36.
Yeah.
Who was that with?
That was with Capricorn.
Oh wow, that's cheap.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of the guys in Florida. What's their names? Jerry, remind me if you're out there. What's the guy's names in Florida that actually sell the PLA Plus?
Is it Zoltec? The way he uses?
No. They're in Florida.
Yeah. So here it is. It's the color change lava.
Yes.
It just it's I mean, you can't really tell. I mean, they vacuum seal it with this foil, so you can't really see it.
Yeah.
Capricorn started their own line of filaments.
Yeah, because they reached out to me they were talking to me about it, but they never ended up sending me any. They were supposed to.
This was the last roll.
Yeah, but this was weeks ago. They reached out on Twitter, and they were supposed to send me some, and they never did.
I was right next to the Capricorn booth, and that's the first I found out that they had filament.
I didn't know either.
I already played that one.
Yeah, I knew they were planning it, or they were going to do it, but this was, but it was only through Twitter. GST3D. That's an organization. They're in Florida. They do PLA Plus at about $12 a spool. You can buy 10 spools for $110.
But their filaments sold out fast. Like before.
Oh,
Yeah,
they are.
Saturday.
Yeah, they were like their quality was questionable at first, but they fixed that, and now they're pumping out thousands of spools of this stuff, and it's in huge demand at the price. So Jerry has bought a couple of boxes of 10 spools off them. Every now and again they do specials, for $100 or something like that for 10 spools.
All right, I'm out, guys. I got to do the shopping, like I said.
Cheers, John.
So she's like at the door. I don't think she knew that I actually said that on a live stream that I'm going shopping with her. So
well, don't worry. We understand you're whipped. You have to go shopping.
Yeah, I'm here for camping. It's camping shopping.
There's something. So just so you know, it's not a bad thing to be whipped, because if you're whipped, that means you're probably getting some.
His only job is to carry the shopping. It's his only job. Is going shopping.
No, so it's the handicap parking. And
now the real reason comes out.
I said she only married me for the parking, because tell you when I go to Costco or Sam's, those are the big box stores here. I don't know if you have those where you're
Same here, yeah.
But she gets a little upset saying, "Where the hell is my handicapped husband?" at the park there. Oh, and then it was like we went to the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, for carrying a hip.
Okay.
And boom, right through the whole. Got the place renewed in 6 minutes. So sometimes it pays to be handicapped. So
there, he just said there. Daniel just said on 3D Makers Hub that it's 10 kilos, for $89.99 of PLA plus.
Oh wow. Yeah, it was a good deal. So what's nice about is doing the Toys for Tots, they're going to send you the filament, and then the printers are just going to go.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I didn't know they were sending us the filament.
Yeah, they sent you
they
the
ship
filament
you
to do it.
material and all, yeah.
Oh, I just signed up to donate some of my own stuff.
No, they sent you the filament. That's why they ask you for all the information.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, they have certain STLs for you to print. So
they'll tell you the files they want you to do, and they'll give you the material, and you just set up a printer, do your temp hours.
They're like, "How many can you do?" I'm like, "I don't know. Can I ask for more if I exceed?" They're like, "Absolutely." I said, "Okay." I put down for 80 because I have no idea how many I'm going to do.
Well, 80.
I put myself down only for like 10 because I didn't know. I thought I'd be supplying my own.
Yeah, make yourself. Yes, we need to catch up. So
yeah, you can just reach out to them if you're going to go through faster. Just turn around and say, "Look, send me more material. I'm going to line up my machine. I'm going to print more," and they'll respond and they'll ship it to you.
Yep. No, and you mean 10 spools?
No, 10 toys.
Oh yeah, but that's one spool. Wow. They will give you if you tell them reach out to the guys.
I thought it was my own.
Yeah, no, reach out to the guys at them and tell them that you misspoke, that you want to change that, and give them a larger number, and they'll ship it to you. And that was that. And they'll keep shipping to you until you can't print anymore.
Yeah, I mean, my garage will be perfectly set up for, at that point, a printing farm if I need to do something like that. So
you signed up for basically 2 spools.
All right, yeah, Makers Hub. If I didn't hear me, yeah, we need to catch up. So definitely, and I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, John. Take care.
Cheers, John.
Yeah, I'll be offline for a while, camping, relaxing, eating, drinking.
Nothing new then.
Barbecuing.
You mean the same as every other day?
Exactly. Just not in my garage.
So I've decided, since I can't figure out this direct drive unit setup and where the BL Touch and everything's supposed to go on the Anycubic Mega that Dan gave me, I'm going to put a Hemera on it.
Yeah.
So our vacation was actually before Murph. We left vacation a day early. We checked out of the cabin and drove to Murph.
Built over. You're supposed to ship them to them, and then they put them in the Toys for Tot thing.
Yeah. So, you just pay for the shipping to them, but they give you all the material and everything as well. And when they started the program, they even found people local within Illinois where they're based, and they had people locally do it, and they even bought them printers and gave them printers to print on.
So depending on where you live, there might be people who volunteered to be waypoints too, where then you don't have to ship anything. You just drop your toys off there and they manage all the shipping.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Okay, that makes it even easier.
Yeah, and I think they actually refund the shipping costs. Then they arrange for the shipping of the products.
Yes.
I just figured, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 printers now. I might as well.
Yeah, I'll definitely be doing it again this year.
Dan, are you wearing the same shirt that you were wearing at Murph?
Yeah.
Okay.
He hasn't changed yet. It's been a week already.
Yep. Yes. No, I just wanted to pop in for me because when I heard you say something about putting a Hummer on that thing, I was like, nice.
Yeah, I figured I've got it here. I might as well because I've got the LGX from E3D on the way. Then that's when we'll put on the under extender because it's a little lighter. Yeah,
I was thinking something like that. I was thinking either that or I was going to swap. I was going to get it just up in printing. I've been hodgepodging files, just making stuff work for the hot end, kind of like pushing it together. And I was like, all right, here we go. And then I was like, wait, this is broken. I was like, dang it. So I was like,
I'm looking through and I'm like, I don't know what's really going on here. So what bearings do I need? I'll just get rid of the whole thing.
You don't even need to swap out the bearings. All you got to do there is just make a new plate for it to mount to, because the back plate is a standard Prusa. I believe it's the Prusa Mark III.
Yeah, but I found a Hemera mount for it that includes the cooler and the part cooler and everything as part of it.
Nice.
And it mounts onto the bearings so you don't lose any of your build volume.
Oh, nice. Yeah, might as well do that then. Hell, I don't blame you. Yeah, and it should use the standard. Those should be just the stock bearings that came with it, so they should work. I mean,
yeah, they said it needs to be LMU 86 or something like that, or 88s. I don't know.
LMU 88 or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like LMU 88. And then you got the LMU L88, which is the longs.
In private chat is the Thingiverse link to the mount I'm talking about.
I see that. I'm gonna go snoop now. Yeah, if I had another Hemera available, I would probably consider doing that. But currently, the only Hemera I have is the one that is currently on the is on Sergio. That's right. I named the CR10 Sergio since it came from Sergio.
You do toy donations. This is
I like that.
It's not international. It is It's done within the U.S. They donate to the Marine Corps Reserve Toys for Tots. That's where the toys go to, the Marine Corps Reserves here in the States.
So I'm actually thinking of taking a cardboard box and putting it around one of my printers when we're not home and printing it in ASA so I can vapor smooth it just like he did.
Yeah, I was going to say, that looks really nice. So he's got all vapor
why do ASA, like, what are you printing in ASA? What do you need that's that hard? That tough?
The part cooling fan that's going to be right next to the hot end.
Why does that need to be in a high temp material? You can do that in PLA because there's air flowing through it, and the air going through it will keep the material cold.
Because I have actually melted my PLA one already by trying to print polycarbonate.
Then do it in PETG.
Is it in a heated chamber?
Huh?
Yes. In a heated? Okay, yeah.
This one won't be, but that also I've never printed with ASA yet, so I figured this gives me a chance to try it.
Yeah. Why not print a part you need just for shits and giggles? You know.
Yep.
Because
I normally print all my mounting plates and everything in the Atomic CF PETG.
Yeah, I've been falling in love with the blue now that I finally got it printing right. I've fallen in love with the blue. It is probably,
I'll print them in 3D Fuel PLA Plus.
I'm not going to lie. I want to see them figure out how to do green carbon fiber PETG. I really do. Because it'll be this nice, I'm assuming it's going to be this nice dark green. So I think it'd be pretty sweet. It's just my thought.
But, Dan, that'll be the first printer I have that is a true dual Z. Because my other one is a belt-driven dual Z, single stepper still.
Oh, you're using the belt as a timing. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be. It's been a good printer for me. I didn't have any real issues with it. Then it kind of the hot end, the plate for the hot end snapped on me. Like I was putting one of the screws in, and apparently the nut inside had shifted, and I didn't realize it when I was tightening it down, and I actually pushed the layers apart. And I was like, dang it! I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll start reprinting parts. And I started reprinting the parts, and then decided that it came with that V6 clone on it, and then I took the Dragonfly that I'd got from Justin, and I put that on there for a while. But then I decided to switch back because I wanted the Dragonfly for the cube. So I put the Dragonfly on the cube, and I want to put that back on. And apparently when I was putting that on, that V6 clone, I wasn't paying attention as I was tightening the screw down. I was like, this thing should be bottoming out. What the heck's going on? And I look, and I had actually pushed the layers apart because it was just a printed back plate. And I was like, well, that sucks. So I said, okay. And I started reprinting the parts after it sat for a while, as everybody knows. And I was like, well, this sucks. I was like, I'm going to bring it with, because I was coming home from Murph with, I knew, at least one printer. And there was talk of a potential for a second one. And I was like, well, I don't necessarily need the second one. So we'll see if Zolan got that one, which I can tell from conversation you did not. And that's okay. You still got something.
No, AutoDrop is actually going to be shipping me a couple printers.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So that way I can test out and show other people his AutoDrop system.
Yeah, I'm working on. I'm probably going to get something with a more stationary bed. I might pick up one of those monoprice mini Deltas, or have him send me one. Just talk to him about a price and have him just ship me one. Because I really do like the idea of, like I said, with the DB3D Makes YouTube channel.
Take care, Matt.
Take care, Matt.
Cheers, Matt.
See you, bye. But I figured it would be nice to have one on the channel for people to actually kind of check out. And then as I'm working on the other stuff, I would do that. I'd have that too. So that's kind of the talk was, it would be nice to get one and just put it on the channel and have the channel just be streaming it 24/7. So whenever he wants to show people the product, if somebody says, hey, I'm interested, what is it? He can say, go check out this stream. You can see the product in action. You know what I mean?
Tracked myself in a printer.
You know what? I was thinking that I've been thinking about these print mills, and I was saying to myself, I probably would never have a use for it. This Toys for Tots would be an ideal, perfect solution.
Exactly. I was thinking the exact same thing with the AutoDrop.
Yeah. Because you just load the part and let it go.
Do the same part and just start it off and put a spool of 10 or 2.5 or 10 kilo spool on the back of it and just let it go. And let it go and go and go and go and go.
I got Ethan for that.
I don't have a belt printer, but if that would be the ideal solution for that. You could start it off and all you have to do is watch it and reload the filament.
Yeah, see, for me, I'm thinking about going the AutoDrop route because he hasn't tested it with TPU yet, and that's something I'll be doing primarily.
Oh,
and if I can get it working well with TPU, I got a couple designs I know I could sell for drone stuff.
Yeah, and you can just run them off nonstop.
Yep, during the day, just have it keep printing them over and over and over.
Yeah, so if I had a belt, I would actually use it for that project.
So the AutoDrop one works by using
it's a release blade. Yeah.
Yes, it's a solenoid with a blade that it just 300 pounds of pressure scrapes it off the bed.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike and I have talked about it, and he's been on here a few times on here chatting about it as well. But oof, that's tight.
Yeah, it got to the point where people were waving at me whenever I wouldn't buy.
Cool. So, it sounds like it was a fun event.
It would have been more fun if you were there, Liam.
Why? So I could just give you a hard time then, or you give me a hard time? Maybe a bit of both.
Exactly. I was going to say, why would one of us have to pick on the other? Why can't we pick on each other?
Well, see, if I was there, Ethan and I would be busy chatting science all the time.
Yeah.
Because Ethan's into science and space, so...
Yeah, Ethan, honestly, I got to say, meeting Ethan in person was awesome, man. That kid didn't stop smiling once, Marcus. Every time I look at him, I'm like... And he's like... So, I mean, he was definitely a happy kid when he was out wandering the floor.
That's him all the time. Ethan is a pure joy.
Yeah, but Built Over Bot, it's not their printers. It's a service where people can sign up and upload their files, and the system kind of self slices it for them, and they print out on remote. And people can sign up and put their printers on his service.
Yeah, it's a subscription
go to
service.
autodrop3d.com. That's where you can find out about Mike's, and he might be listening in here. I don't know. He often does jump in, so you can talk to him here. But autodrop3d.com is where you go, and you can find out the details about it.
Yeah, I don't know if we specifically mentioned, but he was there at Murph too, so we got to meet him.
Hey, Jason.
You.
My thing was I didn't realize there were some people that I was following on Twitter and stuff. I didn't realize that there were some people there that I follow on Twitter and I talk to, and like we never crossed paths. I'm like,
right.
I was like, how the hell did that happen? How did we come to an event? It wasn't super crazy. It wasn't busy.
Cut much hair off, yeah.
And how did we not cross paths and talk to one another while we were there? I never got that. But there's Jim.
Oh, Jim, sorry.
Jim, Steve, and it was Jim, Steve, and Caleb.
I follow
Shane, and the other Shane.
Yeah, I follow Shay Street. I wish he would have come
Shane,
by. I wish he would have come by EM3D booth so I could have met him, but.
Yeah,
he actually went to dinner with myself and Greg and the guy who was in the booth on the other side of you.
Capricorn.
The Moldex.
Oh, the Moldex? Yeah. I was going to say, Shay and I talked for probably about 10 minutes, like 5-10 minutes
There's
there
Ben.
for a little bit. So, yeah, there's Mr. Ben Heck. I'll be honest with you, that guy in person, he's an interesting character in person. You think the persona on the channel, like his YouTube channel, is just like a character. No, that's him the whole time. Like we were there, and he the only thing he wasn't doing was singing to fill the empty space like he does in his videos. That was pretty much it. I mean, otherwise he's a real approachable person. You could walk up to him. I mean, hell, having only seen Ben's videos and never actually talking to Ben, when I saw it was Ben, these guys were like, "Hey, Ben Heck's over there." I was like, "Wait a minute. What?" And I turned around, look, I saw him, I walked right over. I'm like, "Hey, man, I just wanted to tell you that after like 15, 20 years of watching you on YouTube, it's nice to finally see you face to face." I really.
So did I actually clip you there?
No, you did not. You missed me.
Okay, good.
You have to try harder next time, Zolan.
Yes.
Well, no,
I'm lucky.
I was trying to get real close to him because we're he was the whole back and forth thing there, but
I was telling him he was number one.
I thought I actually bumped you, and it was like, that I did not mean to do because I didn't want to get in trouble for hitting people.
Then you don't give me the controls because I would go straight for him.
Yeah, I was actually kind of shocked.
Oh, so Liam wants to go straight for Dan. Okay.
With the we now big stab.
And then let's see here. I'm looking around and I'm trying to see because I know Z was flying for quite a while, and but yeah, I mean he would fly for a bit and then stop and then fly for a bit and then stop, and then those guys right there with the RC car, holy hell, they were going nuts. Like there was a couple RC cars there too, and they were going nuts, just like tearing up and down the lanes, just like going like that. I mean, like
that's fun.
Of course, you can't really blame them though, because I mean the floor was perfect for running an RC car on it. You get
a mostly 3D printed one on top of it.
Yeah, and it was just. The overall event, was definitely worth it. I would highly recommend anyone if you're thinking about it for next year, just already carve out the time, regardless
and be
of pandemic.
ready to live in perpetual swamp ass.
Yeah. I mean, Shrek and my like the old saying goes, Shrek and my ass were arguing over whose swamp it was.
But also, we're going to let everyone know in 2 weeks if we come down with anything, and I'm guessing.
Yes.
We'll be fine.
Yeah. I honestly though, even if they say pandemic times, we're gonna we may cancel it. Still plan up until the absolute last minute. If they say you can cancel your reservation the morning of, keep planning on going up till the morning of, because even if they say the event is going to be limited or this or that, state, federal, local laws might change. They may say they may lift something between in 24 hours. So plan to be there. If nothing else, take a nice vacation at home and enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
well, for me, it'd be drive down Friday. Take Friday off. I drive down Friday morning because it's a 5-hour drive for me. Be there, stay over Friday night, Saturday, and then come back Sunday, early Sunday. So be home Sunday evening.
That's kind of what I think a lot of people had planned and did. Had we not had to leave Saturday night, we would have. My wife and I were talking. We were going to be leaving out, probably packing up by noon to be on the road between noon and 3, so we could be back home. For us, it's a 3.5 hour drive with any stops we might need to make. Which I have to give props to my sister. The Ford Fusion. This is not paid sponsorship, but the Ford Fusion she's got. I drove all the way out to Murph, drove around Murph, and drove home on 1 tank of gas.
Yeah, they're great mileage.
I was getting 46 miles to the gallon floating down the interstate.
Yeah. Is that a hybrid?
No, it's not. It's a. I think it was. She's got a little V6 in that. I think, but
they're good cars. The Fusion.
Yeah, this was Sunday, and I don't think I flew the HD one on Sunday.
No, and that's actually Sunday. You can tell because the floor's a little drier.
And there's less people.
Yeah, way less people. Like our whole row was down to, who was it? There was Zach and Lacey had left early. We had left. So there was Shane, Vince, Chris Travis, you,
Greg.
Yeah, I mean there was only a few people. Then John Mack,
the guy who looked like
on the other side.
The guy who looked like the old scientist from Fringe.
Yeah.
I never did get his name. That was a cool Delta he had.
Yeah, that thing is nuts, man. That Delta had what? It had 6 heads, right? It was
it's 6 heads.
He's in Joel Telling's video.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 6-headed Delta printer that actually the whole, like each one of the arms on the 3 that come, or the 3 groups that would normally come out. Each one of those is independent, so it has 6 independent arms coming down to the effector. The effector itself could adjust, tilt, move whichever way, and the bed had 3 points of articulation as well, so that he could tram everything up and get it all leveled out. So he
needs to add 3 more heads, and he can call it the Hydra.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, expand the wheel, add 3 more heads, and then you can call it the Hydra system.
Yeah, and then you got the twins that were there with their 5-headed Ender or Creality, whatever. I don't remember.
Rotary head.
Huh?
The rotary color changer.
Yeah, the rotary. It's like 5. It had 5 nozzles on it, and it'll turn to whichever nozzle they needed to. And they were working on
block required.
So much. Like that thing was pretty awesome too. I got to admit. There's some idiot brought this hypercube with, said he was going to be working on it the whole time. He didn't even touch it.
I wonder who that idiot was.
Yeah, me too. I'll tell you what. Hopefully next year
you can tell
he
this is
doesn't
Sunday because there's the Anycubic.
I hear he's one of these guys that goes around with a really old Viking hat on his head.
Yeah, I heard he was.
And he has a red T-shirt that he really likes too all the time.
Sometimes.
Yeah. There we go. Murph in 60 seconds. That's the Joel video. I got to go watch that and get caught up.
Yeah, that was good. It was.
So actually, I'm going to bow out. You guys have fun. I got to get caught up on this, and then I'm going to be going in the house to get ready for bed because I've been feeling like crap and really need to get some extra sleep tonight. So, bye, guys. It was fun hanging out. Liam, thank you as always.
Of course, always.
You guys have yourselves a wonderful evening, and I'll make it a point to listen in the background.
All right, man. Take care.
Cheers, Dan. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Oh, cool. Navarre just sponsored 5 bottles of Eastern resin for the giveaway.
So when is the stream?
Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific. And that
you know what? That blows because I'm going to be stuck at a damn dog show.
Mobile phone, sign in, jump in.
Doing your cell phone. Just enter, and then when your name comes up, you just have to type it. Just say, "I'm here."
I might make the wife go to the dog show by herself.
Oh, you want to pay for that one?
Jerry's got so much swag for that.
My way of
he's not doing well.
my way of getting away with it is we have 2 dogs that we've been leaving at home during the day. So if she goes by herself, I can stay here with those dogs.
All right.
I finally won something on Hot Migs. They were announcing that they're giving away the Jesse box. Comes with 2 rolls of Jesse PLA. I'm like, oh, does that mean that you can't even buy those? They were sold out for a long time. So I went on there and they're back. You can subscribe again. And I was about to subscribe, and then they announced that I won, and I'm like, oh, let me just wait a month and then I'll subscribe.
Oh, I don't know if I would have waited, because Sunday is at Murph is when it reopened back up.
Do you think it might sell out again before I?
It might, yeah.
I didn't want to get a duplicate, you know. I didn't want to get doubles.
The crashed into the printer again. That printer got a beating from your drone. So Jerry's stream, 1 p.m. Pacific. That's 4 p.m. Eastern. Saturday afternoon. This coming Saturday. He was supposed to have it last week, but he put it off to this week because of Murph. Right. And he's got loads of stuff to be given away here in the States. He's got some stuff overseas. But he's got
files, all sorts, yeah.
So 3D printing and painting, or 3D HP, YouTube, Saturday, be there. And he will, about an hour or so beforehand, he said he'll post a link to the Google Docs where you can enter your details. And you have to be on, you have to be there when your name is called to win. If you don't respond in chat when your name is called, or they can't at you, tough. So you have to be there, you have to respond. But that'll be a good giveaway. He's
posted a link.
Yeah, and
no, I got it. Sorry, not you guys.
Oh, I won. Oh, by the way, on last week I won on Honey Badger's stream. I won a flexible steel bill plate. So they're shipping that to me from the UK, I believe. But I don't know if I have a machine that will fit. I don't think I have any machine that's small. It might fit my Focus. I'm not sure.
Is that correct?
So
I'm still thinking I need to build myself one of those little baby Vorons.
Why do the baby when you can do a 500 by 500 version?
Because I'm thinking about the Voron as a printer I can take to events.
Again, why print a small one?
Because a 500 by 500 doesn't fit in my car.
Let's see, I have a truck for a few reasons. For telescopes and printers.
And printers.
And also, the Voron guys flat out told me that 500 by 500 is, they can do it, but not recommended.
Then do a rat rig version. Then do a rat rig 500 by 500.
I think I only have one more video here.
I got a preview. There's you've heard of MakerPie, the company? Have you?
Yeah, okay. This is not me. That was somebody else flying. My video picked up somebody else's drone for a moment.
So what is that, Liam? Is that like a Raspberry Pi?
Which?
Yeah, I gave up at that point. Okay.
No, the MakerPie is a printer company. They build printers, and they're coming out with. They're developing it right now, and I've seen previews of it. A 600 by 600 by 600 cube.
Nice.
Shit, that's big.
It's a monster unit, and
Liam, thank you for having me here, but I got to jet.
Oh, okay.
Cheers,
I'll try to jump on next Wednesday.
Okay, I'll see you then. Have a good one. But they're building a big printer, a 500 by 500 by 500, and it's big, heavy aluminum frame. Even the rods for the Z to hold Z, right? They're big, thick, heavy duty linear rods they're going to be using. It looks really good and it's in development, but and they're also working on an IDEX. they were working on a machine that was supposed to be dual extruder, and they were almost finished with the development of it, and then they started looking at testing out some IDEX stuff, and they decided to go IDEX all in now. They decided that they're going to scrap the dual extruder and just go IDEX on the machine altogether. So that's coming there. That's coming later. I'm guessing in the next 2 to 3 months, they'll be releasing that.
So the big rods, are they leaf screws, or are they like the?
No, they're
the
linear
ball?
rods for guide rods. They're
Okay.
linear. They're like linear rails, but they're rods to guide the Z-axis.
Oh, I know what you. I see.
Yeah, he shared some photographs with we have a little small group with the guys about, and we're giving input because they want to hear our input on what was happening. That's why they switched with IDEX, because he listened to
Is
us.
that like the Prusa with the rods and the cylinder bearings?
But much heftier.
Yeah,
Much
of course.
heftier.
They have to
Yeah.
be here for the weight. Yeah.
Someone's out there with a. But much heftier than that, stronger than that. But
So-
they're actually listening to the community. I've been dealing with the guy. I've been dealing with this guy for a while, and I recently only found out he's one of the co-founders of the company. He's the CEO, and he's the guy I'm dealing with about what I think should be in what about giving him input on what should be in the printer. So, and they're actually listening to the community, which will be good. Hopefully, the outcome will be a good machine. It's looking promising.
Kieran, you were at Murph.
No, I'm in Perth, Australia. It's an awful long way for me to go. I was watching Dan's stream live though, and I was watching you and Ethan running around. It was
Okay.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, because my next question was, where did you come in from? Where did you fly in from?
No.
Hold on 1 second. There's somebody doing my lawn, doing some landscaping. I'll be back in a minute. I do
that's fine.
my own. I don't have a service. So let me.
So he's
find out
doing it. Yeah.
He's doing it for me. So let me find out what's going on. Give me a second, guys.
Wrong address.
Yep.
No, I'm a long way from Murph, that's for sure. As far as you can get, unless you're talking about someone like in the UK. That's as far away you can get from Murph. It looked like they did a good job. They got it on. It actually worked. They got a good turnout, and they got a lot of coverage, which is great.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, our booth was mainly about Ethan. So he had like 2/3 of the table, and then 1/3 of the table was for the scanning app, which was perfect because less than 1/3 of the people were, even interested because they all had Android phones. But
yeah, that's it. I don't touch fruit devices. Hate them with a vengeance.
But
That's
yeah,
not my concept.
like there were kids taking turns playing this app because we had a.
Yep.
I know it's a rep festival, so it's mainly 3D printing, but we ran it just like it was another maker fair, right? And Ethan also writes software, and we worked together in an app. So we had an iPad taped down to the table, and kids could play his game and try to get the highest score on the iPad. So the kids loved that. Of course, they loved the M&Ms and some of the other giveaways we had, like the mini benches and stuff.
Well, at least I don't have to use a strimmer around the weed whacker around the edge of my deck anymore now, because he did it for me just now. Wrong address.
You got some free landscaping.
Yeah, that's all right. At least you stopped me before he wasted his time. Where's my money? Sorry, wrong address. At least you gave him a start.
Well, some of my neighbors pay for a service that comes in, and this is the service. It must be a new guy with them. But and I do my own. I always do my own because I even do my own fertilizing of the lawn and all that. I do all of that myself. I even do my own bug spraying at the house. I do the whole works all on my own. I'm very hands on, so so it's unusual when I see someone else doing it for me.
Well, we have a huge, gorgeous oak tree in our backyard that gives our house a lot of shade, and we have that trimmed about every 2 years. And it's not just a tree trimmer that does it. It's an actual arborist.
Yes.
They're also checking the health of the tree and trimming it the proper amount. They're not just like going crazy on it.
Butchering it.
But one year we had someone knock on the front door and say he's a tree trimmer, and how much he'd like to cut our elm tree in the backyard, and it's an oak tree. It's not even an elm tree, and how great of a job he does. And I said, no thanks, we have a guy.
Yeah, I get why HOA have its place, but I have a HOA as well, but they don't do this stuff. I do it myself. They just maintain the overall sub, and the HOAs have a good place to stop people doing stuff they shouldn't. But I can't build an observatory because of my HOA. And I can't change the rules because the rules say that 70% of the homeowners need to vote. And out of 260 homes in my sub, about 30 people turn up to HOA meetings. So there's never enough people there to make a vote to say that the rules can be changed. And even then, if I wanted to change that, I'd have to change a rule. But to change the rule, I need to have 70% of the people agree to change the rule.
Don't with the homeowner association, you need the majority. But on getting on the HOA, don't you need a majority? Just vote yourself on and run the rest of them off.
No, because it's the homeowners can only change the rules.
They have to be present to vote. Like you can't do like a remote vote or like a petition or anything.
I need 70% of the homeowners to vote to change the rule.
Yeah, make it very hard.
I tried a petition and I said, no, you can't get a petition. The rules said they have to be there to vote. Now, the only other way to do it is I'd have to go door to door and get people to change to people to give me their proxy vote.
Proxy.
And if they give a proxy vote, then I could possibly represent them and then vote using all their votes in my favor. But I'd have to have 70% of the names of the people in the sub to sign that, to give over proxy rights for that one vote. I think there's two hopes of that: Bob Hope and No Hope, and Bob Hope. Yeah. So I was thought about doing it. I want to approach it again. I need to because I really want to put in a permanent observatory because I have equipment for imaging. And tearing it down and setting it up all the time, it just takes a lot of time.
And would you give back to the community? Like, would you?
Oh, I'd be open to the public.
Yeah.
I would invite the public over and doing stuff. I do solar days. I would do just visual astronomy nights when people come over and look in the scope. I even told them all of that. That's part of my goal is to not, and then I could stream stuff online. So if someone didn't want to go over there, they could actually watch it on YouTube or whatever. I would stream it.
Cool.
But is that an observatory or just a shed with a roof that opens?
Well,
for some reason.
You have two options with observatories. You can have a roll-off roof, or you have a dome. The dome is best, but the domes are expensive to get them because you have to build a whole track.
The track on it. Yeah.
Whereas I can do a roll-off roof observatory. It would look really nice. It would look like a really nice garden shed. Right, I'd be decorated and well maintained, but off the side of it, there'd be like a pergola off the side of it, and the roof would roll off on over the pergola, and then it's exposed. You have access to the sky from there.
But the only reason they won't let you, they've heard the rumors about your R2D2 paint job. That's why.
Maybe.
Word has got out. Word has got out already. You see.
Actually, I would actually do an R2D2 dome. I showed that last week. Remember?
Yeah. That was brilliant. That was really brilliant. Cool.
Yeah,
that was brilliant.
That was a cool idea. And I would do stuff like that. If I was doing a dome, I would do that. Yeah, I would paint it and look like R2D2.
The HOA would not like that one though.
I don't care. Why not? But I would do that kind of stuff. But I'd had the changing the rules is a pain.
But it's to get them in. It's to get them in, to get them interested in anything that gets the hook in.
Oh, they're interested. The thing is a cool idea, but the rules won't allow them to change. Now, there's one way I might get around it, but it's not easy because we have in each group of houses. There's a common area at the back, a big open field area, and the HOA can do what they want with that land, right? Within reason.
As long as the common area is still for common access,
Yeah. So potentially, I could approach them about giving me access to build in the common area. Now, they could make a decision on that, but I couldn't secure it out there.
No.
I couldn't fence it, and all this kind of stuff. And it'd be now, and saying that now, there's rarely any problems here, but I'll be putting thousands of dollars of equipment in there.
Exactly, it's not worth the risk.
And it's putting it at risk.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're going to cover it if anything gets damaged.
You wouldn't get any insurance on it, no.
No, like go on.
So just out of curiosity, what is the rule that keeps you from having one in your backyard, then observatory?
No outside buildings are allowed to be built. None. No sheds.
Non-attached. No,
No one
non-attached.
has a shed.
Non-attached. But the problem is, if they're attached, it's too close to my house. If my house is a single story, I can attach it and put a dome on top of it. But my house is a 2-story. That means I have to build something 2 stories high, and I have to put a concrete pier that goes from the top of the 2 stories where my telescope is mounted all the way down 5 feet below ground level.
Just to get the hold.
Well, no, I need to go down 5 feet below the frost line. Because if I don't go below you need to build it below the frost line because I have to get above the ship.
Didn't you say you were going to?
An excuse for an upgrade? An excuse for a telescope upgrade there for the 2 stories set.
It wouldn't. It doesn't matter. It's all concrete. You have to pour. You have to pour concrete pier. That's all.
Yeah.
So
as soon as you pour concrete, that's considered a structure, then.
Sorry.
So as soon as you pour concrete, is that considered a structure?
Well, I'd have to pour concrete. It's not the pouring concrete is the problem. Pouring concrete is not the issue. The issue is you have if it's not attached to your house, you can't get permission to build.
But if it was on wheels, is that a trailer?
It could be deemed a trailer on wheels, but my backyard is actually sunk down below my front, so I couldn't wheel something in and out. I wouldn't have anywhere to put it to store it, and if I stored it outside, that would be deemed as a shed. And therefore, that would be and the other issue. If you move this, leveling every single time you set up, you have to re-level everything. So it's the same as setting up on my driveway.
Portable, yeah.
So there's no benefits if it was portable. A permanent solution is the only real solution. Move then that is well. Right now, that's not an option with my son in school, but I'm already. We'll explore that in a couple of years when we finish.
Jason's option good with 3rd story. A 3rd story is your observatory.
I can't because that means I have to put a concrete pier all the way down through my basement.
Living room.
Well, no, then through my basement. So I have to go down. I have to go down through. I have to go down from the roof, through the upstairs, to the ground floor, and through the basement, and then down into the frost line.
Holy bat pole, Batman.
Yeah.
Holy
There's no easy. Now there was one guy who designed an observatory that was free floating in his roof, but it cost him something like $60,000 to get this engineered. And there's not. I can build a shed for $5,000 or for $1,000. I can build a roll-off roof shed observatory for $1,000 or less. So
with the roll-off roof, would the pergola be able to be attached to the house to link them to class as part of the house?
No, it wouldn't be close enough. It'd be way off.
Bastards.
I mean, you'd be running. I'd be running 30 feet of a pergola out to a shed. That wouldn't class as being attached.
That's the
bridge.
Semantics.
So that'd be like an overhead walkway because you'd be able to cover it and walk from building to building.
Well, there you go. Well, that's it. But that'd still be attached then.
No, it wouldn't be counted.
A widow's walk. Have a widow's walk to the shed. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I've explored all of these. I've been trying for 5 years to find a way around these rules
without moving. Yeah.
Yeah. At some point, as I said, my son he's in high school right now. Maybe when he's off to college, we'll consider relocating, and if we do that, then. Oh,
but that's not for your observatory. That's for your son.
He's joining us.
Oh,
hey Jerry. Jerry, that's a good look for you. He's got more hair than you do.
Yeah, as I say, he's got more hair. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I can't imagine anybody living in a homeowners association. I never have. I never would. You have a weed in your yard or a dead spot in your grass, you get fined.
No, I don't.
Depends on the HOA.
They're very in Vegas. They're very strict. They're completely stupid. And if you do anything wrong, they will find you and eventually take away your house.
They don't do that. They're not like that. When in my sub is basically take care of your place, right? And if you do a small, if you have a dead spot, that's fine. They don't care. If you
do in Vegas,
but here they don't.
If you want to paint your house, you have to approve the color. You can't do anything.
No, they don't. They're not like that here. You just can't build onto your house without a permit, which is a given, and the city will not approve a permit for you to do anything until you have the HOA's approval.
I can understand the part about painting your house. They have to approve it because they don't want somebody with a purple and yellow house or polka dots or something really odd. So they might have to approve such colors. But a flagpole, if you're a veteran, you put up a flagpole, you want to hang an American flag or a veteran flag from a foreign war, whatever, none of that's allowed. So, where I live, I pretty much do whatever I want.
No, we have some people who got flagpoles. Not many, but we have a few. So there are exceptions to the rule for something like that, right? They're worried that building a building in the backyard, like a shed or whatever, a tool shed or whatever it is for, will eventually people won't take care of them. They degrade, and because they degrade, they decrease the value of the homes in the area. Mm-hmm. That's their main concern.
Yeah, that's really awesome of Trevor from Navari to donate 5 liters of resin. So there'll be 5 giveaways for the U.S. He's the one I mentioned before, Trevor, that wanted to donate an Ender 5. But the problem is the winner would have to pay shipping, and that's not feasible for a giveaway. Say, hey, you won the printer, but you got to be out $200 to have it shipped to you. I mean, that won't work. But
so is he shipping? He's shipping it, isn't he?
Yeah. He's a dealer for Easton, and he'll ship it straight out.
Yeah, he'll probably order from their site, and they'll pay shipping directly to you.
Yeah, I've got so many giveaways. I think I kind of went over the top a little bit.
No such thing.
No. That's what you want. You can always bundle. You can bundle if you got too many. You can bundle them up, mix and match, and bundle them.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
I just hope that we have a lot of people watching, because if I only have 20 or 30 people watching,
we don't mind.
Oh, I know. Don't mind, but me being the one doing the giveaway, I hope a lot of people show up. But there's enough stuff. Most people should win something.
Yeah, I think, and what you could do is everybody could win something once, and if everybody's got something that's on the stream, right, you can eventually turn around and then you'd have certain ones that you bring everybody in for certain gifts, like bigger gifts. You pull everybody in for
the smaller ones.
That'll be when I reach 10,000 subs. That giveaway where it'll be something really huge at the end.
And did any of the printer companies come back to you?
No. But I have bugged a certain company enough about a laser that hopefully the first week of July I might be on their list to get one, because I've been really
got a response.
I've been pursuing that very heavily with that company, because all my friends out there on YouTube have pretty much reviewed that. I haven't, so I'm attempting to make it happen.
Oh, if you're driving him crazy, he'll never send me anything anymore.
So the weird thing about giveaway streams is when you post it on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, ideally you want people to retweet it. But if they're hoping to win,
keep the numbers down.
They're less likely to retweet it. But still, get those tweets out there and stuff, so that those people who still will retweet it, like me, can have something to retweet to make sure that people keep up to date on it.
YouTube has a tag called giveaway live stream. I did not use it because I do not want everybody on YouTube that wants to win something that has nothing to do with 3D printing to show up. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping it's primarily people that are in the hobby that show up.
Good point.
So,
yeah.
I know Honey Badger last week, I think it was, when he had his 2,500, they had their 2,500 subscriber giveaway. He gave away a coffee cup, some stickers, a T-shirt, a printer. Matt German won the printer, and he didn't have very many people watching. That kind of bummed me out that he didn't have that many people watching. So maybe he just didn't advertise it enough, because of course you want people to show up. So
yeah, so if a good percentage of your subscribers interact and watch your videos a lot, then hopefully you'll get the audience that you want.
Yeah. Well, I know that out of 2,500 subs, I'm almost back to 2,500 because it took a dip, and it's like 3 shy right now, being 2,500 again. Most people don't watch my videos. They're somehow subbed, but when I post a video and I look at it a month later or 2 months later, I'm not getting the numbers that I wish I had. And yes, it does matter to me because I spend a lot of time making them, and I try to do my best. Of course, I'm not as professional as a lot of people, but we all learn as time goes on. Nobody's a professional, an expert at everything. We all learn. So
yeah, that's true. Well, all I can say is on the lead up, start blasting it out there as much as possible, and to try and draw more people in.
Yeah,
I would say start tomorrow, and start blasting it out there to everybody that you can think
2
of.
days, 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have all the days, the 3 days leading up to it. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday morning.
We'll have a conflict next Wednesday when you go live, Liam. My wife is in Florida, and her and her mom are going to go visit Trevor at Navarre sometime Wednesday morning. So whenever I told her, let me know Tuesday about when you're going, and I'll live stream while you're there, have a hangout, and then hopefully see you walk in the door, and then I can see you on camera in Florida during my live stream. But I'm not going to.
That'd be good.
So,
but it's going to be Wednesday morning, you said.
I don't know what time they're going. They're like 3 hours ahead of us, so it should be far enough ahead that I won't run into your stream.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Anyway,
yeah, don't worry about it.
I just thought it'd be pretty cool to see Betty Boop on camera in Florida while I'm here.
Yeah.
So
see what she buys you. Make sure she gets the right stuff from Trevor.
Yeah. Maybe she'll find some guy in the mall and walk and say, "Walk in and hold my hand. I'm gonna be on camera and I'm gonna show Jerry."
She might have done that already.
Yeah. I've already asked her, hey, have you met anybody else yet?
Well, look, talk about traction. Like, I get a good few views, but it varies. I don't have a high number of subscribers, but I get about, I can actually tell you, let me go to my YouTube. I can tell you, because I get my number of views per month averages, I'm just waiting for the stats to pop up. Just give it a second. Actually, you should go to your channel to get the details. Like, where is it? There it goes. So I have 407 subscribers, but I get about 7,000 minutes of content watched within the last 7 days. That's not bad, right? So I do fairly good. I don't do fantastic. I'm no Joe Telling or any of those other big guys, right? But I do an okay number of views on my videos, and a lot of them are watching older stuff. Like what is the laser one? Or no, I haven't looked at it. Then let me go look at the laser. About how many is on that one? Let me see.
I answer all my comments on all my videos.
So do I. Yeah.
People, they asked me about something I did 3 years ago, and I have to go back and watch the video. I'll say, yeah, well, at that time that worked great for me, but here's how I do it now. And so,
Yeah, like the Arthur laser got 96 views, right? Which is not great, but someone bought one on stream.
Yeah,
one of the lasers was bought during my live stream.
Did Renee buy one?
No, Renee was not on it actually. No. Maybe that's why Renee's not on my stream.
I haven't seen Renee in a couple weeks now. He hasn't been around.
Have he been banned from watching your streams for a while there, Liam?
Maybe because he's spending too much money. Yeah, but no, it was Mr. and Mrs. Diesel.
Okay.
Yeah, they actually bought the Ortho laser while they're on my stream. They liked what they saw, and they liked the quality of it, and it was an easy enough build. So they actually went and they said they went and bought one.
Didn't Jason buy one as well? Or Jason looking
at
buying
Jason
one?
bought a K40.
Okay, what K40? Yeah.
So, but it's even then, like a couple of my streams, I've had people buy during my stream. So, like that's probably why I'm getting some attention. Is my guess.
Marcus is one of my sponsors. Also, he's donating 3 codes to EM3D for iPhone 10 or above. At the LiDAR app, and you can scan yourself and print some really cool stuff. Yeah. The code, once you receive the code, it will be good for 3 weeks, up to 3 weeks after. And I believe, if I heard him correctly, once you have it activated, that's a lifetime code. Is that correct, Marcus?
Yeah, you just have to redeem the code within that time. Yeah, but once you redeem it, I'll give you the big one. So that
awesome.
So most people buy the feature
Jason
bundle.
got his laser yesterday.
Most people buy the feature bundle, which is $20. I really just made that $49.99 one, the lifetime bundle, for giveaways. I didn't expect anyone to spend that much money, and most people don't. But that particular in-app purchase unlocks the entire app forever. So
awesome. How I'm going to run the stream, Tim from up in Canada, DWIT 3D is going to be my co-host since he's really funny. He can try to keep me laughing and smiling. And he'll have a list of all the giveaways. I'm going to show each person's website, their company, or tell a little bit about them, and then we'll do the giveaway for that. I'll put the wheel up, we'll spin it. If a person wins, and let's say it's USA only, and Decibel wins, for instance, Kieran, he can't.
But I'll say spin again straight away. There's no problem.
Yeah.
Definitely say
if I recognize the name, I'll mention. Well, he's in Australia, so his name stays in, and we spin again. So we'll eventually get through it, but I will show every company before we do the spin. And everybody's company or name is listed in the description below right now. You can go to that video down below. There's links to everybody, or it tells what I'm giving away for that person. So
also,
really awesome.
for the people who do win the EM3D code, even if they don't have an iPhone, they can sell that code. I'm not allowed to sell it as a developer, but you know whoever gets that code can. I mean, they can go on eBay and sell the code,
or they can give it to one of their friends or something.
Yeah.
Jason, you probably have not received the stickers I sent to you yet, is my guess. Am I correct?
He would have said something if he got them.
Yeah.
Or you'd see him online on one of his droids or something taped to it.
Yeah, I send him some of the NASA stickers.
Got to go on the printer. You got to have the NASA sticker.
It's for the printer. He's got more than one. He said give him more than one, so I did. I think I gave him 3 or 4. I can't remember, but I just grabbed a few of them. I gave you a couple as well, Jerry, didn't I?
I think I got 2. I always give Brandy one of my stickers, and I keep one.
Maybe I gave him 2 then, because I gave him a couple, but he asked for. I gave him something for his kid as well.
Yeah,
his kid's into stuff, so I gave her. There's a small set of playing cards, tiny thing, but it's about the planets of the solar system. So there's a little playing card with information on the back.
If I get more than 2 stickers from anybody, I keep the balance for other giveaways. Like randomly on my Hangouts, I'll have giveaways.
So I don't do giveaways for the NASA stickers. That's because they're free, right?
I'm giving away lots of STLs from a lot of different companies too, and STLs are worldwide. So a lot of companies are donating. Nico has donated 2 models, Sanix 1 model, another company 4 models, another company, or Tony Chambers from 3dfigureprint.com, or on Facebook, his Facebook group, not 3D Figureprint, 3D Model Crowdfund. He has a $100 gift card he's donating towards his models. He has things commissioned and he sells them, so he's donating $100. Kieran donated $50, so I'm going to buy 2 Amazon gift cards for that.
I kicked somebody out of my group today because someone reached out to me saying that the model he was selling, he has no rights to sell. That even though it was a commission piece, he had no right to sell it because it was owned by the company he was commissioned through, and he was trying to sell it and advertise it on one of my channels. So I kicked his butt out of the group.
Did he pay to have it designed for him?
No, I don't believe. No, he was the designer that designed it for somebody else. So he had no rights to sell it. The person who paid for it is the person who owned it.
Once the designer designed it, he should be destroying the model, because that was, let's say I designed something for you, a rocket or whatever. Once you pay me and I send it to you, I should destroy my file. I shouldn't keep it for my own use since you already paid me for the rights to that.
Yeah, well,
exactly.
He was selling this because I think he was with a company that was doing the designing, and when he left, since he designed that, he's been going around selling that, and there's 1 or 2 guys with the company who are chasing him down and warning companies, warning the groups that he's offering it up in, and getting him kicked out of the groups.
PM me his name when you can.
I'll go dig it out. I'll have to find it in my group.
Yeah, I get a lot of people that post on my group. They have to go through me or one of the other mods to post. And I know a lot of them I know, some of them that I don't know. I just get on my group every day or so, and I go through and I start deleting posts that never got permission to post there.
Yeah, so I don't. But he's one, and he's the first I've had to kick out to date. Yeah, but I won't tolerate that. I don't like that. If you design it and it wasn't a commission piece that you were paid to design for somebody else, then you're free. I have no problem with you posting on the groups that you have designed this and it's out there because you're a maker. But if you've been commissioned and then you're trying to sell it as well, no, then you have no rights to sell that, and you're not going to use my group for it.
If you are the designer and you design something for me and I give you $1,000, Liam, for the work that you gave me, it is now mine, and then I advertise it and sell it. But because I paid you to do that, you should not be able to sell it because it's my work.
Agreed.
Okay. I was just trying to clarify how you were saying that.
Okay. No. I agree because if I was paid to do a job, the person who I did a job for, it's theirs. They own it because it's a commission piece. Yeah.
Work for hire.
Yeah. It's just like you're going to someone's house, you design and build a new kitchen for them, and you install the new kitchen. Doesn't mean you can go in there and have dinner whenever you want because you don't own the kitchen, right? They do.
A long time ago, a designer made a Betty Boop for a commission, and I seen pictures online look really cool, and I'd asked him about it to buy a copy, and he said, no, that was commissioned work, but I'll get a hold of the person I made it for, and he might want to give you a copy, and that person did. He knew who I was from my group from on Facebook. And I had made it for Brandy and printed it, but I just never painted it. But I went straight from the person that had originally paid for it. So
yeah, and that's okay.
Which is how it works. That's how it works.
Yeah. You see permission. Like I've done some prints recently, resin prints, and I asked for. I reached out to the designers. They sent me the files, like the Luke Skywalker one. I don't know if you've seen that one. They sent me the file, and I printed it. And I give all the credit to him. I list their names there because it was theirs, right? And I'm not going to sell or anything like that. I just printed it for the sake of.
Yeah, that's how I do my
demo.
video.
Yeah.
Every time I make a video, if I see something I like from a designer and he's selling it or however he's getting, moving the product I mentioned, I'm going to put it in a video, this and that. What do you think? And then he'll send me the files. I don't have to buy it because I'm going to advertise for him anyway.
I have a question for you, Jerry, and maybe you, Marcus, but mostly for Jerry. You know the way an LCD screen for a resin printer is set up. You have the larger glass plate on top, and then you have the LCD display part that's underneath it, right? You've taken screens out, correct?
Yeah.
So when you put it in, the glass plate goes on top, and then the smaller part actually sits into the printer underneath, correct?
No, the top piece you take out is the screen that the ribbon cable actually hooks to. It's very
no, you're misunderstanding me. You have on an LCD panel, right? You have a clear glass plate and then a slightly smaller one, indented glass piece as well, which is the LCD. They're merged together, they're one piece.
It depends on the printer.
On my Elegoo Mars, it was just one piece. You pop out the one piece, usually break it, taking it out, and then that's what you're replacing.
Okay, I didn't break mine. Didn't need to be broken, but it popped off easy. The question I have is. And I found I had the two 4K, right? One was arrived broken and one came fine. The one that came fine, I was printing on it, and I heard there was an offer of a detachment from the FEP to the bed. And when the print was done, I lifted it. The FEP had punctured, and it oozed onto the screen. Now, normally you can take a glass blade, and scrape it off really carefully, right?
Yes.
In my case, I couldn't. You know why? Screen was
because light wasn't helping you.
No, the screen was upside down.
So you're scratching on the bad side.
The part that it was being stuck to was the part that should have been underneath. And it wasn't pure glass. There was a coating over it, like a plastic coating, where the pure glass, which should have been the top, can be scraped.
Yeah.
It was installed upside down.
Interesting.
So I switched the screen around. And I haven't tested it yet, but I have switched because the one that arrived damaged
on the broken one
had a good screen, so I just switched the screens over. But I told them that they were putting in the screen, and then when I checked the other one, the new one, the screen was slip side as well. So
Lana said
the screen upside down.
The designer still has the rights to the item. That all depends on a designer. I'm sure everybody has different rules. What they do or don't do. But he's saying that even though a designer commissions it for somebody,
the only one I know who lets you do that is Hex 3D. When you go on his Patreon page, you can sell and do what you like to any of his prints as long as you acknowledge them. That's all you have to do.
Yes, and that's a new rule.
He's the only one I know that does that.
But that's a new rule, right?
We were talking about commission stuff. That's one specific design. But yeah, there are a lot of designers. You can resell their stuff, but usually you have to pay them extra. You have to pay an extra amount of dollars, like with Nico. You can resell his STLs printed, but he wants X amount of dollars extra. Now, anything that I've ever printed, other than a couple designers, I can print a couple and I can sell them on Etsy. They could care less, as long as you don't get carried away. I'm going to throw a number out there, roughly 10 or less. If you're going to mass produce them and make them and sell them week after week, month after month, then they need to be cut into it. You need to contact them, see what the rules are. But most designers, if it's 10 or less, 5 or 10, they don't care, as long as you're not doing it on a large scale.
And as long as you're not selling their STL files.
Yes, never. Exactly. You can never sell an STL or give away a paid STL.
Yeah. So on my Elegoo Saturn, the LCD screen, it's attached to the glass. It's one piece. And I know that some LCD printers have an additional piece of glass over top of that. But on the Elegoo Saturn, if your FEP sheet leaks, you're right on the LCD panel, the glass.
Let me see if it's outside. I'll show it to you. Let me see if it's out here. 1 second.
And then I was worried about that. Like if any liquid gets in there, it would also drip through to the bottom through the electronics. But they basically have like duct tape all the way around the edge of the LCD screen, so it is waterproof. So even if liquid gets on the LCD, it's not likely to
like a black Gorilla Tape or something.
Yep.
Okay, here it is. Okay, there's a connector to the board.
Okay.
So you have a glass plate, and underneath it you have another piece right here.
Yeah.
Right. So
that was the other way around.
It was installed this way, and you can see the resin.
That's crazy.
Because this is coated with a plastic, I can't get it off.
Wow.
It should have been installed this way, so the glass was up. And you can use a scraper to remove it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was done that way.
Well, that's stupid.
So it's okay because I have an extra. I don't care. I have a spare.
In this case, you're lucky. Yeah. In this case, you're lucky.
Either way, if it was installed upside down and you bought the machine, it's a warranty because they installed it wrong.
Correct.
But so I've told them about it. It could be just for beta machines because these are beta machines. They could be fine. I haven't tested. I put the other one in, but I haven't tested. We just flipped the right way around. I probably have to do a few tweaks in my slicer settings to make sure it's imaging the correct orientation. But so I'll give it a try this weekend. But it's a good size screen. It's just it was installed upside down, so that's why I can't. So that screen is dead. When they release the machine, when they eventually do release, and they go full production with these, I'll just buy a new screen off them. That way, then I can get the other because I'm going to mod the other one, to mount the LED panel, and that way then I can get it working as a second 4K resin. But I'll have to do some work to design a mount for it and stuff to fix that. But I will.
When you guys are talking about the copyright and the work for hire type stuff, I have a funny story. So my wife was pregnant with our first child, and it used to be you could go into CVS, which is a drugstore here, like a Walgreens, and they have a self-help print stations. So they even had like a flatbed scanner. You could put a photo in there and you could scan it. You could print it out right there, and then you take the print to the cash register to pay for it. So I made some copies of my wife's sonogram, of our unborn baby. We're going to give it to my parents and stuff. And I got up there to pay for it, and the cashier was refusing to let me buy it. She said, "Did you take that?" She said, "Did you take that photo?" So apparently they got in trouble, so they started, restricting things. And apparently the only rule that this woman knew was that if you didn't take the photo, you weren't allowed. And I said, no, I didn't take the photo because I'm not a sonogram, technician, but it's a work for hire. I paid for that. It's part of our medical record. I own it, even though I didn't take the picture. And she totally refused to let me do it. So I went to a different CVS, and they were, of course, fine with it. But she just.
Did the other CVS ask you if so? So yeah, of course I took it.
Yeah. If I'd have known it was going to
Don't
be
ask
an
me
issue.
how, but I took it. Yeah.
I had a Pokemon cake years ago made for my son at Albertsons, and they take a photo and they print it out in frosting, and sugar, they put that on the cake, and they go, "Well, that's trademark. I can't make that." I said, "Show me a trademark on there." I said, "Show me on that piece of paper where the trademark logo." And I argued with it till they finally done it. So he had his Pokemon cake.
Cool.
Yeah, the last cake I made, because I like baking. I did a. My son is into, what's it called? Oh, it's a computer game, all blocky.
Minecraft.
My son is big into Minecraft, so I made him a Minecraft cake. So I did chocolate layers for the actual land.
Yep.
Blueberry jello for water, and Rice Krispies with marshmallows for the sand.
Structures.
For the sand structure, right? So that I made it out of that, and then I used green icing with a special tip, a grass tip that you get for an icing pipe, to make it look like there's like grass all the way over the top of it. It looked really good. It came out really good. It came out fantastic. So I didn't deal with that. I just made it myself, is what I did in that case, because he was big into Minecraft at the time. And it was a big hit. All the kids loved it because it was a Minecraft cake, and everyone's into it at the time.
Mm-hmm. I don't like Minecraft because it reminds me of all the games when I first got into printing into computers in the early 90s. Everything looked like that, and I just kind of don't like the look of it.
An articulated Enderman. Okay, cool. Now, I have to admit, I'm not into computer games. I kind of know what an Enderman is, and that's about it, because I've never been into games ever. I think the last game that I was kind of into was the original Prince of Persia. Right, that's how long it's been since I've been. Or I like the old Space Invaders game. You're going over and back in the bottom of the screen. They're really
I have that in another room. I have a retro pie that I made that sits on a big cabinet. And the top half is full size, and I've got a lot of games on it. I'm into VR. I'm into a lot of games. I just don't take the time to play with them if I'm messing with 3D printing stuff all the time.
Yeah, I've never been into games. It's never been my thing. My thing was always the hardware. Like when I was 9 years old, I built my first computer, my first PC. Prior to that, I was using Commodore 64s and VIC-20s and all these other machines, right? But I built a computer at the age of 9. That's the first computer I ever built. And that's where I started. And it was always hardware. I was always into the application, the OS, doing cool applications and the hardware. I was never a gamer.
Sam Prentice on his live stream last week when he had that US printer that he was doing an unboxing on, it came with a pre-made rocket already printed out. And I go, cool, you got a pocket rocket. And he totally didn't understand my comment. He goes, yeah, I guess it is a pocket rocket.
Yeah. What printer was that?
The innuendo. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. It was a USA made printer. I had contacted a company about reviewing, but I know that's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nice looking machine. It was a commercial type printer for schools and stuff.
And Sam unboxed that?
Yes.
Oh, I missed that one. But no, so I was never a gamer. Like a lot of people are. Like I grew up with people all around me were into games. I have buddies here who are big into games and never saw the interest, and just never worked for me. I was happier doing sciencey stuff. I was happier reading, I don't know, what's his name? A good read for me is the universe in your pocket is. I would deem that light reading, right? Or astrophysics. Astrophysics was not for beginners. What's it called? The one by
Hawking?
No. Hawkins is great books, by the way. I like his stuff. No, what's his name? He's out in New York.
I know who you mean. Yeah. Damn.
He does the new Cosmos.
Yeah.
Tell me what the sound is. I haven't done it in about 30 years.
What? Sorry?
He's found his popper. He can't find his pocket rocket, but he found his popper. I know exactly what he's got in his hands from the
I have
sound.
no clue what you're talking about.
You stick your finger in your mouth and pop
Oh,
your
that? Okay. Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
that good, yeah.
I'm glad the video's not on.
Yeah.
Just make sure you wash your hands first. You didn't scratch your butt before you do it.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
He's got astrophysics for those in a hurry or something like that. It's called.
Yeah.
That's, to me, that's light reading. That's
What about Sagan?
Carl Sagan has some good stuff as well. He did. Brian Greene has some really good about string theory when he started out about string theory. So, like, to me, that's light reading for me. I like that kind of stuff.
I watched a video this morning. Windows 11 will not work for a lot of people because it does not support older processors. And the guy doing the video had 11 PCs and laptops that after 2025, they will be going in the garbage because Windows 11 does not support them.
Well, they won't be going in the garbage because they're going to be supporting Windows 10 till 2028.
Yeah,
I thought it was 2025, he said.
Something like that. Just remember, it's so long that chances are computers are out of date after 3 or 4 years anyway.
Windows 7 only just stopped being supported. Was it November last year? So
yeah, let's see. Windows 10.
They say Windows 10 in 4 years isn't going to be supported anymore. So you'd have to go to 11 or upgrade your computer to
due for an upgrade.
The end of support is October 14, 2025. So there's 4 years. And hardware is out of date by then anyway.
My current PC is 4 years old now, and it's still running fine. So by then they'll be due for an upgrade.
Yeah, and I'm just saying though, like it's been out a long time, and it's going to be going for another 4 to 5 years. Right?
My backup computer is an i5 2500K, 16 gigs of RAM, GTX 970 overclocked, and then I got into VR. I built a Ryzen 7 1800X, 32 gigs of RAM. A couple SSDs. The card in it is an EVGA 1080 Ti overclocked, and that cost me.
And I agree. If you go Linux, like Ubuntu or anything like that, or Fedora or any of those, those old machines will run like rock stars on that. Now, a lot of your apps won't work. You'll have to find like Open Office or something like that to run to do Open Office docs there, but Linux machines will run on old hardware and they'll run fantastic.
Yeah, I've never used that software.
It's easy and it's free. You can get like Ubuntu is free. You can get Slackware. There's a whole pile of them out there that are all free, and they have UIs like Windows. It looks a little different, but they have similar UIs.
Still run the same.
And it runs the same, and it'll run on old hardware. The only thing is the Windows applications won't run in there, but there's a lot of open source
equivalents for OpenWorks, Open Office.
Yeah, Open Office is fantastic, right?
Yeah,
You don't have to use Microsoft Office. Everything that Microsoft Office can do, Open Office can do it.
Though ETA Prime had Windows 11 running on one of his Pi 4s yesterday. A pre-release. There is a pre-release here, Windows 11 running on a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah. Yeah, so I haven't. I mean, I'm running. I haven't got a machine to run the Windows 11 anyway. But either way, it's I wouldn't worry about it because there's alternative OSs out there. Like
exactly.
I use a Pi for certain instances. I use a Pi for as a desktop.
It'll work fine as desktop.
Yeah, the Pi is the Raspberry is a fantastic desktop OS. And if you have a Pi with enough memory, like the 8 gig version of the Pi, it works great. Just don't run high graphics on it, you're good.
No, the release when they put inside the keyboard earlier this year, that's a brilliant little release. Just that, off you go. Put a screen on it, you're done, and a power supply. Perfect for traveling around.
And in my description on my giveaway, it mentions Tim from DWIT 3D, and to go subscribe and like his channel. So hopefully this will be a good plug for him, and all the people that show up for the giveaway will go like and subscribe to help him grow.
I'm already like and subscribe to Tim.
I know. Everybody here is.
Yeah.
The usual suspects are.
Usual Suspects. Is that our new names now?
Yeah, usual suspects. Yeah.
Troublemakers.
Well, it's
what
funny,
you're trying to say.
every time I jump onto streams, it's always the same people you see in the chat every time. I need
Well,
to
I
see what I
used
jump
to-
onto.
A long time ago, Dan had watched my building of my hypercube, and he got real interested in me and what was going on. So I started hanging out on his channel to help grow him. And then I met Liam, so then I started hanging out with Liam. So at some point, I'm sure I'll meet somebody else, and then I'll hang out with them more, and not as much with you. But I stay here for so long, and then until I kind of move on to other people. So I don't know. I mean, it may or may not happen.
Jerry's giving me heads up. He's going to abandon me. Is what he's just after saying. Okay.
Well, I don't know if I will or what.
He'll use you and abuse you and discard you like an old sock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do.
I don't know if I will or I won't, but I don't hang out on damn screens as much as I used to.
Yeah, I know.
You're
I'm giving you a hard time because you're here.
So
it's no fun if we don't give each other a hard time, right?
Well, actually, I think I know why I quit hanging out on the streams as much, because a lot of times they would go down the whole sex type topics and getting really hardcore, and it's like, you know what? I don't want to associate with this online. And I think that's why I quit hanging out so much on the streams.
Yeah, well, he has what he calls his STS hangouts.
Shoot the shit.
And there's no real limitations on those. Whereas I try and maintain, I try and
casual and loose. Yeah.
I like to have it be casual, but there's obviously certain topics that are bad topics to bring up.
Yeah, I mean, what I do in real life or I do in person, I don't want to necessarily talk about on stream. So,
yeah,
that's for his other channel.
I think everybody can watch me enough to kind of figure out where I go and who I am by how I talk. So,
yeah. So we try to keep it clean, because we say it's not. Yeah, I prefer PG, and I don't really like politics that much, because for two reasons. One, political, politics, and religion are the three things that are going to go straight down the rabbit hole, and there's no getting out of it. And secondly, it brings out arguments in people because nobody sees eye to eye on any of those three topics, right? And lastly, it makes the content not really amenable to people of all ages. Even though I don't say I'm a child-friendly content, I try to keep it somewhat, because you don't know who's watching. And like Ethan has been on our channel. Like I don't want people swearing and blinding while Ethan's in here listening into us and stuff like that. So I don't think
How old is Ethan, Marcus?
He turned 13 in November.
Ethan has heard stuff at school that we forgot about.
Maybe, but it doesn't. But even then, I don't want to be the one who I don't want to be involved in delivering that to kids, because I don't.
Can everybody here remember when you were in junior high school and the kind of subjects and what went around and what you were thinking about? You don't take that home with you. Mom and dad don't know what you're really thinking and what, et cetera, et cetera. So,
yeah, but still, there's no need to keep rubbing it into them either.
Yeah.
So that's why I know you try and do the same, Jerry, as well with your channel. So.
I mean, we'll drop the innuendos in, but we'll leave it alone. We will not push. Don't push the envelope that bad. We will have a go at it, but we try and keep it fairly light.
There's been a few arguments on my stream, and I kind of sit there and listen for a minute, and I try to get them to work it out before I interrupt and say stop and let's go back to whatever. I try to get it to chill, because I don't want to just cut them off midstream. Then whoever the two were, they hate each other because of it. So,
well, sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind. So. And you have to think about not only the people who are on the stream, but you also have to think about anyone else who could be out there listening to it. When people get
watch it afterwards for whatever reason.
Yeah. And when people get the arguments, who wants to listen to that, right? We hear enough of that kind of stuff in real life. Why do we have to listen here?
Use your mute
button for the wife.
Mute them, correct them, and if they say anything else, boot them.
Yep. Yeah, they don't have to hear it here. You're correct, Jason. You hear it enough everywhere else. Why do we have to add to it?
But Jason likes to hear it because he can take notes and learn something new.
And you're seeing that now. He's not here to defend himself.
No. Waiting for the comment to come in now. You're scared straight.
Matt Schultz does a stream every Friday, and it's not it's a private stream. So people are definitely a lot are freer there, which is good. you have no witnesses basically.
Well, if you're not going to record it, because this is streamed and recorded, right? If you're going to do something and you invite certain people to it to have a hangout or whatever, what Dan calls his STS, which is fine. And I know Dan's listening out there, right? That's one thing. And that then there's no holds bar because it's all adults on the screen, and it's not going to be recorded and published out on the web afterwards, and that's fine. You can turn off recording. You turn off the DVR feature. That's have at it, right? It's just not who I am. Like in person, oh yeah, I will go hell for leather. In person, I will give you a hard time as much as anybody else that's walking the face of this planet. I'm fast at quick turnarounds, right? So it's part of my nature. We grew up giving each other a hard time, so that's how we're raised. So I have that wit, but I don't need we need to do it in the public forum. I can do it, but in person, oh yeah, gloves come off, right? But that's different because that's between one person and another, and it's an in-person setup.
Well, even me, I mean, it's best to keep away from controversial topics because if you say something that alienates half your, in my case, if someone posts something that alienates half the world on Twitter, because I said it, it could potentially hurt me financially now that I have an app that's actually making money.
That is very true. That is very true.
One of these days, you might have a big fancy house and a fancy this and a fancy that. Somebody will dig up something you said 20 years ago, and you're screwed.
You see it all the time. So-and-so made a comment in college, so-and-so did this, so-and-so did that 20 years ago, and that's some job's gone, whatever.
Yeah, and it comes back to bite you.
A lot of the stuff that happens to people on TV happened so long ago, they don't even remember it. But,
but stuff like that can come back to bite you later on in life. And like, why put yourself through that? If you're going to say something to someone in person and they're someone you're friendly with, and you don't have to pull any punches, and it's taken in jest, that's fine, right? But saying something like that where it's recorded and that can come back to bite you later on, it's probably not. There are some channels out there who are very.
Don't be mean to the neighbor's kid when he's 5 years old, because someday he might grow up and come back and knock on your door, and you won't remember him.
He might he might grow up and then you end up working for the guy.
Or trying to get a job from the guy.
Yeah, you'll be applying to get a job from him, and he'll say, "Do you remember the time?" And you kind of go, "Oh God."
They always say treat people how you'd want to be treated. Well, that's not my philosophy. I treat people as I'm treated. So you treat me bad, I treat you bad. Yeah. You're nice to me, I'm nice to you.
I try to be a nice guy most of the time, except when I'm hanging around with Kieran.
Or Jason.
And if somebody's mad at you and yelling at you, kill them with kindness, and you make them look like the ASS. Can I say that?
Yep, you just did.
I done that on a job site one time. A superintendent was yelling and screaming at me for something I was doing on the job, which I was allowed to do by my company. And he was just going on and on like he wanted to hit me. And I just stood there nicely, threw it in his face. I never got upset about it. I was thanking it, but I didn't react. And he made himself look bad in front of everybody watching because I didn't react to it.
Yeah, but back after I got my associate's degree, in IT, before I actually got my foot in the door, my first career job, I was working, I was a manager at Burger King and I was a manager at Speedway gas station. But as an hourly manager, you have to deal with those upset customers. And, I'm not super emotional. I don't show emotion that much. And I guess that helps because I'm just there listening, and they're not, and plus I'm not easily offended anyways, because I'm just very logically, I'm like, whatever they're saying doesn't affect me personally. It's not going to give me a bad day. And so at the end, I'm just listening, and like, are you want free fries? You want a free drink? And then always fixed it, whatever it was.
Yeah, offer something free that goes away.
Whatever their problem was.
It always does. I've never worked in fast food or anything, or in I worked when I was a kid. I worked stacking shelves once in a grocery store. In a big grocery store.
Somebody likes my humor.
Oh, Oh yeah, we like when you and Betty make fun of each other and stuff. That's entertainment for us on your stream,
But
Jerry.
it's all in jest. No one knows it serious. So yeah, it's all part of
because
their
we
fun.
know you, right?
Yeah, but usually I'm well. She's not here watching, but usually I'm telling the truth when I make a wisecrack. I don't ever make things up. I always tell the truth. It isn't one-sided, but yeah.
I know, but it's still it's in fun.
Have you guys ever watched any other stream where some wife comes in and grabs a guy by his neck or slaps him upside the head? So on a stream.
Well, that's why we watch your stream, Jerry.
That's why I keep my door locked on the inside so the wife can't come in and smack me around the head.
Well, I have a loaded firearm I keep put away in my bedroom for emergencies, but it's not chambered, and my wife honestly is not strong enough to chamber it, so she can never shoot me with my own gun.
With your own gun, but she can always buy her own.
No, because she doesn't ever drive anywhere. She don't have any money. She don't have a job, so that wouldn't happen. But she could get a knife out of the kitchen, and hopefully my dogs would interact and say, "Wake me up."
I don't know if we'll be around for another 20 minutes. I think we're going to wrap it up because we've been on 3 hours. It's
3 hours,
10 o'clock already.
Can't you listen to us in the shower? I can talk. Well, never mind. I'm not
okay, that's the conversation not for this time.
No, but 20 minutes is a long shower, I must admit.
Yeah.
On anyone's book, sorry, but 20 minutes is a long shower.
But so it's we try to I honestly believe that it benefits to be good and to be kind to others. I make fun of my wife too. People she'll say about I like sour or bitter foods sometimes. And I says, yeah, that's why I'm mad at you. I like bitter stuff, and I say, and she just laugh at me because she knows what I'm joking about. That's a running joke that we have. We do stuff like that. That's part of. If you can't make fun of each other and see the funny side of it, right? As long as it's not malicious.
Every time I make her food or I give her a bottled water that's flavored and I take it in, I say, taste it. Is it good? She goes, what'd you do? Poison it? And then she doesn't want to taste it half the time. If I say, here, try it. Is it good? But one thing that is funny, there's a certain flavor of Gatorade. We used to buy Gatorade, the big ones, and she'd drink one a day. And a certain one I had bought, she didn't like the flavor. She hated that particular type of Gatorade. So I got food coloring and I changed the color. I shuck it up, took it in, and she actually drank that whole Gatorade, not realizing it was the one that she didn't like because it was a different color.
It was the color that put her off, not the flavor.
Yeah, some people are like that. Some people are like that. It's color that they
triggers it. Yeah.
Your how you're going to react to something.
She doesn't like me drinking out of her coffee cups. One says Grandma's Tea, TEA on it, and there's another one, and she don't drink coffee. She don't drink tea. But I don't like drinking out of the one that says it says Grandma's Tea, because every time I pick it up, the only word I can think of it says Grandma's Pee on it. Every time I pick it up, that don't say Grandma's Tea. That's the first thing that pops into my head: Grandma's Pee.
You need to get a different cup, Jerry.
I think it needs to get something. Yeah, that's what it keeps bringing to mind.
Yeah, but.
Oh, Janie! My sister Janie came over today, and her husband this morning. They go to Goodwill constantly, I don't know, once a day, every day, 7 days a week, whenever they're open. She got me a coffee cup, and it's bigger than normal. It says I can fix it on it. It's really cool.
Oh, that's good. Excellent.
Yeah, she's like, yeah.
I have one. I don't use it for drinking. It's I'll show you to you. It's too big. I got this long time ago.
Oh, nice. From
my son. Look at the size of that thing.
Cool.
He got it me for Father's Day, but it's huge. It takes 2 hands to hold it.
Like half a pot of coffee there.
It's probably 2 pots of coffee in there.
Yeah.
But I keep it on my shelf because it's a nice mug, but it's
gotta have the nice mugs, right?
Nice.
I got NASA ones. I don't have that one. I have a couple of others.
Yeah.
And I have a selection of them for different things. I even have the Artemis mission.
Yep.
I have Artemis mission. They're upstairs. Drinking glasses.
Oh, the glasses, yeah.
They're laser engraved glasses. I didn't do them, but they're laser engraved with the Artemis logo on them. And I have the Artemis the patch for the
Patch.
RMS missions. I have the
patch,
RMS, and I have some of the actual stitch patches as well for crew mission 1 with SpaceX. Because a buddy of mine is a rocket photographer, and he actually goes down and takes photographs of the launches at
for
Kennedy.
them. Yeah.
No, for local news media.
Oh, okay, and
So,
they get them through the media service. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a local cable channel, and we have a TV show. Our club has a TV show called Astronomy for Everyone that's been going on for over 10 years, and it's done through local cable, local access cable. And they when he applied to NASA to take photographs for the launches, and you have to apply for every launch. So if there's 3 launches in a week, there's 3 separate applications for each one. But they get to know you, and some are approved almost instantly. But in that case, the local cable channel signed the paperwork, and so now it's kind of like an automatic thing. I think he was at today's launch, the launch for SpaceX today. He was at that one. But,
I watched that after the fact. It's supposed to went off yesterday, and they got down to about 8 seconds, and they can't board it. And then
at 11, they canceled it at 11 seconds. But, there was a plane that was inside the no-fly zone. That's why they canceled it.
How did that get in?
I don't know. Some plane was inside the no-fly zone, so they canceled it at 11 seconds. They killed the countdown, and they launched today, and it was. And they landed back at Kennedy as well.
Yeah, that was cool. It was a perfect landing right in the center.
Yeah, it was really good. And then we also had today, we had the Virgin launch from the plane, the one that they launched from under the belly of the plane.
Yeah, that's like the one that blew up years ago. The pilots were in it, and something happened, and it disintegrated. Killed them both.
Yeah. So, that launched as well today successfully.
Okay. Cool.
I have to take off. I have to go pick up Ethan's brother.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to wrap up anyway because it's been over 3 hours.
Take care, Marcus, and thank you very much for being a sponsor for Saturday. It's awesome.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Guys, reminder for everyone: like, subscribe, ding that bell. Don't forget, go over to Jerry's stream as well. 3D printing and painting on YouTube. He's got a giveaway on Saturday, so like, subscribe, ding the bell as well there. Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. US Eastern. He's doing a giveaway. There will be a link just about an hour before the stream on the YouTube channel. Google Docs. Go in and fill in your details. You have to be on the stream to win. If you're not on, when your name is called, tough.
When Matt
lost it.
When Matt does his giveaway from Tactical 3D for the 2 printed lithophanes, bye, Marcus. Thank you.
Take care, Marcus.
Cheers,
for the
Marcus.
2 lithophanes that he printed out in their color, I'm going to use StreamYard's doc for that, and I'll have somebody put a name in chat. That way I can separate that are people that are just UK versus everybody else.
Yeah.
So
there's going to be good giveaways, some US only, some in Europe, some worldwide. Just come onto the stream, Jerry's stream. We'll all be there.
Yeah, like, subscribe, and enter and fill out the Google Doc. I'll have it posted a few hours before the stream. But you must subscribe and like, please, and then fill out the Google Doc.
You have to be there. You have to be present.
Yeah, and winners need to be over 18, and you need to be present once we do the drawing. We'll tag you in chat. If we can't tag you and see that you're there, then we'll respin the wheel after a minute or so and move on. But yeah, there's like 35 prizes so far, something like that.
That's great. That's great. You got a great flag.
When you say over the age of 18, is that over the age of 18 going by your birth cert or by your mental age? Because if it's by mental age, some of us are going to be excluded automatically.
Yeah, I don't want little kids.
Even combined, Liam. Even combined would be excluded.
Little kids on there, you know.
Yeah, but I'm just making fun because people like Kieran and
Jason,
and Jason, and some of us, and myself.
Yeah, my wife says I act like a 2-year-old all the time. I go to Walmart, and I'm the guy that pushes all the buttons on the toys and makes them go off.
Oh, that's me too.
Yeah. If it makes noise, I'm going to push the button. I have to hear it.
Oh yeah, you have to.
So.
If it says "try me," that you have to.
Yeah, you got to do it.
They're inviting you. You have to do it. Otherwise, you're doing a disservice to the product.
Yeah, and something funny? A lot of those toys, when you go to push the button, the batteries are dead. You know why? Because other people beat you to it before you got there.
Yep, I agree.
They ran the battery dead. So
yeah, Jason, we are talking about you, not to you. Sorry,
Yeah,
I had to get that
Jason, your
last one
robot
in,
looks really cool sitting on that shelf. I reposted
Well,
that on my group, I believe. Yeah.
If he's not going to jump in, he's going to get picked on.
Yeah, exactly. You're not here to defend your rope tough.
That's the only reason I jumped in for safety.
Aging is mandatory. Maturing is optional. I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean,
definitely.
I can act my age when I need to, and then I can act like, a youngster when I need to, and,
Well, as we used to say when we were growing up, act your age, not your shoe size.
Yeah.
My sister came over this morning and goes, God, your house is really quiet. I said, well, usually the TV's on or I got Alexa playing music in the background, Lady Gaga or whatever kind of. I play all kinds of music, hard rock, soft rock, punk. Not punk, I don't like punk, but I play all kinds of music. So, all kinds of music.
Cool.
Usually cranked up really loud.
I mean, I do a mix of everything. I actually kind of like, I like country. When I'm in the car, I like listening to country music.
Country
Well, I
always.
listen to anything, though. R&B, the whole
Oh,
works.
Jason said he's at work right now. That's strange. I thought you
Yep,
worked day
I understand that. Yep.
Must
Fair
have
enough.
called in.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap it up, guys, because it's been fun.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Bye, guys.
course.
See you
All
Saturday.
right, Liam. Look after yourself, guys, and stay safe, eh?
Yep. I'll see you on Saturday, I hope,
Awesome.
all of you.
Yep. Definitely.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Let me just pop you out, guys. All right, guys. Fun evening. Good conversation with makers. If just remember, like, subscribe, ding that bell. I'm here again next Wednesday. Don't forget Jerry's stream on Saturday. If I get machines in to do some live unboxings and so on, I will send out notifications. So make sure you subscribe and ding the bell. And I hope you had fun. It was a good, just casual hangout. Not talking printing, we're talking about general, the Murph and so on. So it was good. It was a good, fun evening. Remember, like, subscribe, ding the bell, and remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay printing.